email me your YouTube page and I'll fix that. Hey, you got shadow ban, King. What's up, crowd? Hey, what's going on with you, man? Hey, so I'm trying to I'm asking you the same thing that I asked my brother. Like, what makes y'all think that what makes you think that Mr. Gary wants to fight anybody? What makes you think Tank Davis wants to fight anybody? What makes you think that the Errol Spence Terrence Crawford fight is going to happen? Like, what makes you think these things? What makes anybody think these things? I hear what you're saying, but I don't think you heard what I said. Like, I heard what you said. What I said is, what makes you think that he actually wants to fight anybody? I heard what you said, and a lot of what you said made sense, right? And I could go right into Shakur thing. I could go with Shakur. You said Shakur is trying to get the big fights against who? Because he's a WBO champion. If he is trying to get the big fights, he can move up and fight Devin right now for undisputed right now. So when you say he is trying to get the big fights against who? Who's the big fight? So he wants to. I heard him say he wants to clear out 130. That's fine. Nothing wrong with clearing out 130. I got no beef. I have no issue whatsoever. Clear it out. No problem at all. But who is the nigga he's gonna fight? That's a big fight at 130. He already fought that guy. That was Oscar Valdez. That was it. Okay, so who's the big fight? So what he's doing right now is just what? Because you just said he wants the big fights. That's cool. I'm cool with it. So he already beat Oscar Valdez. So the big fights is Tank Davis and Devin Haney, and they fight at 35. So I'm just saying. But I'm just asking, who's the? You said he wants the big fights. Who's the big fights? So then he doesn't want the big fights. Yeah, I'm not talking about the promotional politics thing. I'm talking about what makes you think the fighters themselves want that. Because what you said to me earlier when it came to Tank, what's up, beautiful Blast 365? I see you in the building, my love. What you said, tell the truth, Isaac. What's up, homie? What you said to me, right, earlier is that Tank, Floyd Mayweather got him making money, blah, 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 getting a blueprint. So, okay, so if I'm making money, why would I want to fight the top guys, the best guys? That, I'm not even going to say top. I'm not even going to say best because people get in their feelings when it comes to that, and they say, "Oh man, why? Who says this guy's the best?" Who? No, I'm going to say the guys we know. The guys we know. Motherfuckers acting like y'all know Pitbull Cruz. No, the fuck you didn't. There's probably about 5 niggas in my comments right now that knew who the fuck Pitbull Cruz was. Kano Loco, Isaac Cruz, and 3 other motherfuckers. I mean, Kano Loco, knockout boxing, and 3 other motherfuckers knew who he was. Didn't nobody know who the fuck he was, bro. But y'all can try to play that game and act like you knew who he was. You can play that. You didn't know who the fuck this guy was. And then when y'all did find out who he was, you was like, oh, this nigga, he's the nigga that knocked out Magdalena. Okay, but he don't got 2 fights. All right, he don't got 2 fights. It ain't Magdalena and Tank Davis. This nigga got more fights than that. Y'all niggas don't know who the fuck that is. You have no idea. You have no fucking clue. No clue. So I will rephrase this. Instead of saying the top guys, I will rephrase this. I will say guys we know. Motherfuckers we know. People that casuals and diehards can get behind. People we know. We don't know who the fuck that nigga was. We know who he is now because Tank made him. We didn't know who the fuck he was. We had no idea. Yes, my nigga, the same as Mario Barrios. Nobody know who the fuck that nigga was. Nobody gave a fuck who the fuck that nigga was. Nobody. Tank made that nigga. Tank beat that nigga's ass, and then he got him a pay-per-view. Those are facts. Like I said, there's about 5 niggas in here who knew the fuck that was. Who knew them niggas. About 5. About 5. Other than that, ain't nobody know who the fuck them niggas was. So when I say this to you, when we say big fights, no, I'm saying, niggas we know. We know who the fuck this guy is. And I want you guys to understand something before I go any farther. All right? Your legacy is made off of beating niggas we know. Your legacy is, let me say it one more time. Your legacy is made off of beating niggas we know. Sugar Ray Robinson is the greatest fighter, in my opinion, he's the greatest fighter that ever lived. Name, that motherfucker got over 100 fucking fights. Name 15. Let me say this again. Sugar Ray Robinson has over 100 fights. Over 100. In my opinion, he's the greatest fighter that ever lived. He's the greatest fighter that ever lived. If your name isn't Stormy B Man or Scrapbook or my nigga L Dub, you can't name 15 niggas Sugar Ray Robinson fought. You can't. Niggas be on Google right now. Watch it start pulling. They on YouTube, on BoxRec. Oh, I can do it. I can do it. They gonna start pulling up names that ain't nobody fucking knew. You gonna start pulling up all kind of names. Niggas gonna be like, Niggas gonna be like, yo, who the fuck is this nigga? Ain't nobody ever heard this motherfucking dog.
That's right.
I'm sitting here like, stop it, bro. Stop it. Right? Bro, motherfuckers, yeah, I see you tell the truth, Isaac. We didn't know Cambozo until Tio. Yes. Facts. Absolute facts. 100% facts. We did not know who the fuck Bozo was until Tio, until he beat Tio. Facts. And when he beat Tio, he became a name.
And the bad thing about it is, before he fought Theo, he had just fought Mickey Bay, and nobody still didn't know who he was.
And no one didn't know, and no one gave a fuck. You are who you are based on who you fight. Bozo became something when he beat Tio, and it wasn't a lot of it. That something, it was not a lot. All right, so he became something, yes, but that something was ain't no motherfucking glass half full. That shit was motherfucking damn near empty. That's all Bozo was. And Devin beat the shit out of that man and took all that too. So he is nothing. Nothing. But by him beating Bozo, all that did, by Dev beating Bozo, all that did is show how trash Tio is. All that did is show what the fuck what's name was about. What Loma was about. And I get it, Styles make fights. So that's not what I'm doing, but we know as boxing diehards, we know Styles make fights. We know that. As boxing purists, like my nigga says, we know that Styles make fights, right? We know this. All right. But if you're not a boxing diehard, you don't know Styles make fights. The simplest thing in boxing, you just say, "Oh man, can't nobody beat Canelo Alvarez." And that's just the end of it. Oh man, can't nobody beat Anthony Joshua, man, and that's just the end of it. Nobody can beat Tank Davis, and that's just the end of it. Because you don't know, you don't care that Styles make fights. You do not care. My homie Thugs, shout out to my nigga Thug. My nigga Thug that came in yesterday telling me that Tank has problems with guys that are shorter than him, with skills. What is he basing this on? Tank don't fight. He's the Tank. The Tank has only fought like one or two guys who were shorter than him. One or two in his whole career. Everybody else has either been his size or bigger. So for my homie, shout out to my nigga Thuggin, for my homie to come in and say Tank has problems with fighters who are shorter than him with skills. Nobody knew who the fuck Isaac Cruz was. They have no idea. Literally no idea. Literally no idea who the fuck Isaac Cruz was. None. Didn't care. No one knew and no one cared. Save for Kano Loco, Knockout Boxing, and 3 other niggas. Nobody cared, bro. That was supposed to be a short notice knockout victory. That's what Isaac was. And it went the distance, and now everybody's looking at Isaac. Oh man, Isaac is the goods, man. Tank made him. The same thing that fucking damn Cambozo did with Teofimo Lopez. The same thing. Nobody knew who the fuck Bozo was. Nobody knew who Cruz was. Now all of a sudden niggas like, oh man, Cruz beat the shit out of this nigga, man. Here we are again. What I just said to you guys, Styles make fights. That's what I said. Styles make fights. Niggas saying, oh man, no, Cruz will knock Bozo out. So what if Bozo beats him? What if Cambozo and Cruz fight each other and Bozo beats Cruz? I wonder what y'all gonna say then. I wonder what would happen then. If Bozo beat Cruz on points, I wonder what would happen. I wonder. When niggas be out this motherfucker like, oh man, listen, man, Bozo ain't shit. Yeah, he was dark. I knew he wasn't shit all along, man. I knew he wasn't shit, bro. I just wonder. I wonder what y'all would be saying to me then. Because in one breath, you tell me Styles make fights. And then in the next breath, you say, oh man, Cruz got skills, man. Cruz got so much skills, man. He gonna do this and blah, blah, blah. What's up to my nigga Rick? You cannot have it both ways. Either Styles make fights, or they do not. But don't tell me, oh man, that's easy. Bozo loses easy, man. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not trying to hear that. You same motherfuckers telling me that Teofimo Lopez has all this punching power, gonna knock Bozo out and all this other weird ass shit. Pause. What's up, homie? Y'all telling me all this other weird ass shit that you gonna knock Bozo out and Tio gonna stop him and Tio gonna do this? But this shit blows my mind. It blows my mind when you think about it in its simplicity, in its smallest, simplest form. What makes anybody believe that Tank wants to fight anybody? What makes you believe this? He's the A side to everybody at 130 and 135. 130, 135, and 140. Don't get it fucked up. If Tank goes to 140 right now, he's the A side to everybody up there. I don't give a fuck what your name is. He's the A side to everybody up there. Who disagrees? Farhan, what's up, homie? Who disagrees? Who think that Tank is the B side to anybody at 140, 135, or 130? Who thinks it's the B side? Let me do you one better. Tank Davis is the A side to everybody Everybody from 147 and down, not named Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford.
Facts.
He's the A side to everybody. Everybody from 147 and down. Everybody will jump on that. They will take that risk for that bag. He's the A side to everybody from 147 and down, not named Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. The A side.
Yeah, regardless if you're undisputed.
Big Jason, what's up with you, kid? I know you're coming here to talk about what's up, Kobe?
What's up, man?
Talk to me, King. Tell me about it.
Yeah. First, I want to say something, BF. I'm a little hot at you, man. You're my guy, but I'm mad at you. You know what I'm mad about, don't you?
Gotta keep it a buck, we gotta keep it a buck. It's all good. Go ahead and cook, homie.
I've been waiting on that. I still ain't got it for 3 months, but it's cool. But no, I want to say.
Email me. Hold on one second. Go ahead and cook. This is Trail Bill calling me right now. Go ahead and cook. I'm listening.
All right, check this out. So when you say what makes people think that these fighters want to fight, right? The best, bro. I'm tired because I feel you, man. I've been thinking about that for a long time. Because I'm 47 years old and I grew up watching boxing young. Back in the day, those cats, when they wanted to fight each other, they fought. You know what I'm saying? They fought. Sugar Ray wanted to fight Hearn. Hearn wanted to fight Sugar Ray. They made it happen. Fuck the dumb shit. When Tyson wanted to, Holyfield Tyson wanted to fight, they made it happen. They fought. You know, everybody. The problem with these new fighters, and that's everybody. I ain't gonna leave nobody out. Is everybody want to be Mayweather. Everybody wants to be Mayweather. Everybody feel like they're Mayweather, think they're a made man, this and that. Like he's trying to fight each other is Terrence Crawford and Spence. And you can actually be like, I don't know about that either, because now you're hearing that the money kind of fucked up on one side and the other, but you know, I don't know nothing about that. I don't give a shit about the money because they ain't got nothing to do with me. Right? Yeah. You know, it's just, I'm with you, man. I'm with you when you say, what makes people think these cats want to fight? Because they fucking don't. Tank, he's happy getting paid. He's happy getting paid. Mayweather has convinced him to just get paid. You know what I'm saying? When you talk about Shakur. Now Shakur, that's my guy. But Shakur did beat the toughest guy at 130. He got him out the way. Right? You know what I'm saying? Devin, that's my guy. I like Devin. I like his style. I like Devin as a person. I like the way he interviews and all that. And Devin still ain't getting respect from the casuals because now they want to say that Bozo wasn't shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, first they was hyping him up. They had all his balls in their mouth, in their mouth, talking that he was this and that. But then when he gets watched for 12 rounds, he's nothing. Motherfucker, listen, man, it's like when people get to talk about what such want this nigga going back and forth on social media, man, I just switch the channel. I don't want to hear that bullshit. Motherfucker, talk to me when they say, this fight is made, it's set in stone, everything is signed, and it's scheduled for this and that at this place. That's all I want to fucking hear. I don't hear shit out these motherfucking fighters. Because they ain't talking about shit. They act like a two dead flies smashed together. You ain't got shit going on. You know what I'm saying? And I respect the fighters. I mean, I respect the game. But I don't respect the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? All this hot ass air. Come on, man. If y'all gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? I understand you want to get paid, but how much money do you think you motherfuckers are really gonna get? You know what I'm saying? Ain't too many fighters getting $10 million a fight. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. Who's really getting paid? Who's really getting paid? Now, I get a ring for $1 million. Shit, I'm broke. You know, fuck bullshit. But really, who's really getting the $20 million? The only person I know that's getting that kind of money is Canelo. And he's fighting bombs most of the time. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason why he getting it is because of the following basically his resume based on having a Mexican fan base. You know what I mean? But man, that's about it, bro. You know, I'm tired as a motherfucker, man. For real, for real. You know, I'm tired. I'm tired of the Spence shit and Spence and Terrence Crawford. I wish they make their fucking minds up what the fuck they gonna do. Hell, I don't know what they gonna do half the damn time. Once is on, next is not. Man, I'm confused, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know Spence wanna fight him, but the thing about it is, what the fuck going on with Crawford? That's my guy. You know what I'm saying? What's going on there? You know, dude, it's just a bunch of bullshit right now. It's just a bunch of prima donnas, you know, acting like they work more than they. Yeah, man, you said to look. I don't even know what else to say, man. Dude, you can have it from here, bro. I'm getting a little hot about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. Let me address some of the things that you said because I understand you, right? I understand, and I agree with some, and I disagree with others, right? I agree with you that you really don't. Nobody really gives a fuck about the money talk. Nobody cares about nothing. We don't really care about that, right? And then on one hand, I agree with you 1,000%, and then on the other hand, we have to talk about it because the money is what's holding up what we want.
Exactly.
Right? So if we say we don't give a fuck about that shit, we just want to fight, right?
You ain't gonna get the fight.
It up, well, then you got to talk about this. You have to put pressure on both parties, on all parties. If that's the case, we got as frustrating, as angry, as mad as we get about it. We have to talk about it if that's what we want. We got to.
I got you, dog.
Right. So I understand, but I understand your frustration, right? I get it, right? And then you say like, it's not you don't want to hear like from the fighters, right? And I get you on that. I get it, like, and I'm with you 1,000%. I don't want to hear none of that shit. But here's where I don't where on the other hand, right? On the one hand, I don't want to hear that shit. Say that shit, right? But then on the other hand, it's no. I definitely want to hear from you. I just don't want you to lie to me. Just don't lie to me.
Right.
Like if you're telling me, listen, bro, this is the fight I want, but we're off on the money. That's what's holding it up. I'm okay with that. Now I can focus my attention on the Brave because I want to talk about the money. I want to talk about the hold up. I want to talk about what we believe you're worth, or not your worth, the bad wrong term, because you can't tell what a person is worth. And that's how people try to, not just Bud fans, but all fans, try to include that word in there, worth, because words matter.
Okay, let me say this. Let me say this right here. When I said it, let me just be clear because I know what I said. Let me make sure it's understood. From my point of view, I don't care about the money because I'm not in negotiation. I'm just want to fight. All right.
Right.
I understand that they're got to negotiate the money. I understand because I'm not going. I'm a union guy at my job, and I'm not doing shit unless the money's right. You understand what I'm saying? So I feel you. I understand you. If I said something that made it feel like that I didn't understand about the money, that's my bad. Because I understand, but as a fan, as me personally, me as a fan, I understand that the money is the most important part of this. You know what I'm saying? They gotta get paid. I just say they have to get paid. You know, I'm just looking at like, you know, what the fuck what's the number? I mean, how much money are these fighters really looking for when they fight each other? Now, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you understand where I'm coming from. You know, how much are you really worth? I mean, I'm a Bud fan, but do you think Bud is worth $25 million for a fight? For one? I mean, if you look at the numbers, no. You know what I'm saying?
But I hear you in there, and that's a conversation that we can have. We can have that conversation, right? But we can't. Well, we need to, because words matter, right? Words matter, and if you say the wrong word, then you open yourself up for that avenue to go down, and then the whole concept of the whole thing is missed. You cannot tell a man or a woman what they are worth, right? You can't tell them what they're worth because you're saying what I'm worth. I'm telling you, bro, you can offer me $5 million, I'm worth more than that. 10, I'm worth more than that. My worth is different, right? Now, what I bring to the table is a whole different story, right? Because if we're talking business worth, right? If you're sitting with a businessman that can provide you the dollar amount, that's a whole different conversation. There's a whole different field. But if you're sitting with me, I can't provide you this bread. All I can do is look at your numbers. Then that same word, worth, it has a different meaning.
Right. That's exactly what I mean. Right. From a business side, not from a personal side, but just a business side. That's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
but what we have to keep in mind is that shout to my nigga knockout, my nigga Ricky. Too. So what we have to keep in mind, is when if we're gonna say these words that matter, words matter. All right, your feelings and all this other shit comes from words. So if you're gonna if we're gonna say what somebody is worth, we have to make sure that we can provide for them information on where we got it from, so it doesn't come across as I'm trying to disrespect you or disrespect this guy. It's like, no, I believe that you bring this to the table because this is all you presented to me. This is all you show. But if we're talking about business, right? When I'm the guy that controls the funds, if it's me, I control the funds. Well, if I control the funds, goddamn it, I'll tell you what I'm going to give you. Then I'm telling you what the fuck you're worth. And you can take it or leave it and get the fuck out of my office. I can tell you what you're worth right there in the spot, right? That's a whole different deal, whole different vibe. So I'm gonna give it to my nigga Ricky, then my nigga Knockout. But I want to address this one piece right here, right? We are so in the mindset of the old days. It wasn't like that. It wasn't like that. Fighters just fought. Fighters did this, right? And the promoters are the ones that were in front of the screen and blah, 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 yada, yada. We're in that, so we have a thought, we're ingrained. It's almost like I don't want to get too deep, so I'm not going to say that, but I don't want to get too deep. But we're ingrained that our mindset is this is how it used to be. It's like teaching old dogs new tricks. That's where we're at. Teaching old dogs new tricks. Right?
I'm old dog.
You're sitting here like, this is how boxing was. It was that. You sit back, Don King makes fights, Bob Arum and those guys, they make the fights and blah, blah, blah. And we sit and we watch them and we pay the promoter and the promoter gets the biggest bag and they pay the fighters whatever the fuck the fighters get. Nobody gives a fuck what the fighters get. All we care about is the promoter and the fight. That's all we care about. We see the promoter every day. We care about the fight. So we don't give a fuck about the fighters until the fight actually happens. It's not like that now, right? It's called evolution. Right now, fighters are taking charge of their career, rightfully so, because they're the ones that get in the ring. So we should be hearing from them, right? So that's the part where I disagree with you. We should be hearing from. I just don't lie to me. Don't lie to me, bro. Just keep it a buck.
Right.
And keep it a buck. Just listen, bro. The fight, that's the fight I want, but we're off on the money. Let us go to war for you. That's what the fighters don't understand. Like this ain't back then. Motherfuckers, and even EJ saying, I'm not gonna listen, I'm gonna keep this behind the scenes. No, fuck that. Put that shit in the public, bro. Let us fight your battles. You're gonna keep this behind the scenes, and you're gonna end up getting. And again, nobody cares about his money. Nobody cares. We just speak about the bread because that's told of the fight. Nobody cares about EJ. EJ is out this motherfucker. He's giving Terrence Crawford opportunities. You know what I'm saying? That he shouldn't give. Real shit. Because Terrence Crawford's going to take the fight if he wants it. If he don't want it, he's not going to take it, which is why I don't even believe he wants it. But I'm just saying, if he wants it, he's going to take it, no matter what you put in front of him, because that's what he wants, right? That's what he wants. He don't want it, and you can't. I sit here and I try to understand how can anybody say he wants this? That's what blows my mind. Like, what makes you think he wants this, bro? But again, I'll go into that later. The fighters right now need to talk. They should talk. Fuck behind closed doors, man. Fuck all that. Fuck all that, bro. Don't no in the public's eye. The more it's in the public's eye, the more pressure.
Yeah. There ain't that many different hands in the world, dog.
It's all good. But my nigga Ricky will talk to me, homie. Then I'm gonna let my nigga Knockout talk.
What's happening, bro? What's happening? What's happening, everybody?
Chilling, man.
What's up, Ricky?
What's good, everybody?
What's up, big dog?
What's happening, man? Look, y'all, look, man, and I want to address 2 points real quick, right? The point you said back in the day, they fought the best for the right goddamn price.
The best for the only price.
Right. No matter what, you see what I'm saying? It was still money involved, bro. It's just you didn't know. This what we're in right now. Right now, what we're in is the burden of having information. We don't have the luxury of being ignorant, especially if you in this sport and you following it. You know what's going on. You gotta accept boxing for what it is or leave it the fuck alone. That's just what it is. And for people to keep saying money don't play a part in it, money is what makes the fight. A guy wanting it and money makes the fight, bro. Right? So, with this being said, There's no way an A side can price themselves out. I need y'all to listen. There's no way the A side can price themselves out. If you have a guy coming up to challenge, because no matter what nobody says, what nobody saying about this Bud Crawford Errol situation, Bud Crawford is the challenger. He has one belt. Errol has 3. Errol is unified. He's the champion, right? So with that being said, it's not Errol's, it's not PBC's responsibility to capitulate to Bud Crawford. I need y'all to listen. Hear what I said. It is not their job to capitulate. It is their job. It is their job. Right? It is Bud Crawford's job to come and see how the PBC on this side does business, and this is what we're going to give you, and these is how the numbers work. When he could have had his leverage, when he had the leverage on this, he had the food on his table to fight Manny Pacquiao, they turned the fight away. They turned the fight away. Right? I see somebody in the chat saying AJ priced himself out. AJ priced himself out because he wasn't paying the money. Hear what I said. Deontay Wilder and the PBC was presenting him with a bag.
Which made that
He who has the gold rule. That's the golden rule. In business and in life. So how can y'all say with a straight face, how can y'all say with a clear conscience that Bud has been wanting this fight? Because as soon as the opportunity arrived, as soon as he had the opportunity in front of him, he would have took it. People keep saying, oh, you see he left Bob to make the fight. Where our fight at? One day we hearing the fights in November, the next we hearing people saying, oh, Bud getting lowballed and all this other. Where's the fight? Oh, as soon as he beat Ugas, that's when I signed. Now the ink in his pen don't work. If this was anybody else, I'm so sick of saying this to y'all. If this was anybody else doing this shit, y'all be calling him a duck. But because it's Bud Crawford, y'all keep giving this dude grace. Oh, he sued Bob for not making the fight. I told y'all on my channel the reason why he tried to put it federal, because it was bullshit. If it's a civil rights case, federal would have picked it up. If it was racism, federal would have picked it up. Why federal drop it? But y'all keep believing this man like he ain't been lying to y'all day after day and time after time. Devin Haney, and now everybody want to act like Devin Haney. 6 months ago, everybody was saying Devin Haney exposing the game. He wanted to fight. He had to go and eat a shit sandwich and get it. Bud's one who been wanting to fight, right? EJ was taking the easy route, right? EJ never wanted to see Bud, right? Y'all ride on this accolade story. Accolade, she was undisputed. This man could have already been set up for history and set up to be the second to be a 2-time undisputed, and he only got 1 belt. He only got 1 belt from a company that traditionally shows they're more than willing to work across the street. The PBC. Every PBC fighter then told y'all in some interview, in some form or fashion, we run it past Al. If it look good, Al say we can go wherever we want to fight. Is that not correct? But it's Bud that want to fight. It's EJ that's done. Y'all was unreal. Anybody that's defending Bud outside the ring with business, something is fucking wrong with you. Something is wrong with y'all. We ain't talking about the fight. We got to get to the goddamn fight first. That's all I got, BF. I'm tired of hearing this shit, man.
My nigga Knockout, talk to me, King. You know I want to talk to you about Tank, but talk to me, homie.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to D Free, Ricky Williams, K Rod, and the other brother on the panel. You know what I mean? I don't know you.
Yo, what's
Shout
up?
out to you, bro, and everybody in the chat. Look, man, what y'all cooking on with Terrence Crawford, bro? Like, I was optimistic about the fight. I was like, shit, I think it's done. But at the same time, I think I shot myself in the foot because I was like, man, why we ain't heard shit from Bomac? Why Bomac ain't talking this shit? Then this motherfucker don't mean open his mouth. He says Terrence Crawford has the leverage to get a 50-50 split revenue. It's the biggest fight in boxing, a legacy fight, and we have what Earl Spence Jr. wants and needs to become undisputed before moving up. He will have to make sacrifices to get it. If you're the best, prove it. I just found it very, very funny that like all his quotes are from the perspective of they got what Earl Spence wants. That man ain't got what y'all want. Like he don't have nothing you want over there. Do y'all really want this fight, bro? And so what you bringing up today is a damn good point because at the end of the day, bro, people that believe in they man, the people that believe in they guy, man, they ain't talking like that. They ain't talking about it like shit, bro. Like we got what he wants, so shit, 50-50, we got the leverage. That's some old nanny boo boo. Ha 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 ha! I got the last bill. That type of shit, bro. Like ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. And then the 50-50 split revenue. I know BF know the numbers and shit, bro. But for those y'all in the chat that don't know the numbers, I need y'all to understand. I'm just gonna give a quick on them, bro, because I'm running off the top of my motherfucking head, bro. Like Earl Spencer's pay-per-view, Mikey Garcia sold more than all the Terrence Crawford's pay-per-views combined, bro. Combined, bro. Like all together, dog. Like I need y'all to understand that. So you add up all four of the Terrence Crawford. You had Earl Spencer's one, Mikey Garcia, and he outsold him. You ain't got to get to the other ones, bro. This man sold $61 million more in pay-per-view money than Terrence Crawford. $61 million, bro. But what people will try to have you believe is that he ain't that much bigger. But bro, these is all facts. Like all you gotta do is get a calculator, right? You take the pay-per-view price times the number of what they sold, and that'll give you the numbers. Then you can add and subtract. Basic math that my 12-year-old son can do, bro. And they talking about some 50-50 shit, but y'all want me to believe that they really want to fight. In terms of like the actual units, this man Earl Spencer sold 805,000 more units, bro. 805,000 more people said, yeah, we're gonna click that button, we're gonna buy that shit. Over Terrence Crawford. But yet they talking about they got 50-50 leverage because they got one belt. They got the final piece to the puzzle, so to speak. Bro, if you don't miss get all the way with that bullshit, bro. And I was optimistic and shit. Then Bomac opened his damn mouth. I'm like, nah, we ain't no closer. And then the same people, and it's the shit that be pissing me off, the inconsistency, bro, and just the bullshit that people do. So the same people were telling me that Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, and Manny Pacquiao were all pricing themselves out when it came to Terrence Crawford because he was the boogeyman and shit, and they wanted the most money they had ever got to fight Terrence Crawford, all because they knew how dangerous he was. So that logic don't apply here. That same logic don't apply in this situation. This man wants the moon, the stars, and the sky to fight this man. But it's because he's negotiating his worth, though. It ain't because he don't see how dangerous Earl Spence is. Man, miss me with all that shit. I ain't trying to hear that shit, man. I'm jumping off the band. I've been saying this fight is done, and I believe it's gonna happen this year. Right now, I stand in front of y'all, not so goddamn sure. So go make them open his mouth and let us know what it really was. But
it's not happening. It's not happening.
This is what I'll say to my brother Knockout. This is what I'm gonna say to my brother Knockout. You gave the numbers, they're all valid. I know the numbers, he knows the numbers, they're all valid, but you left one point out. Errol Spence did all those more pay-per-views, and his pay-per-view price was higher than Terrence Crawford. The cost was more. Right. So more people were willing to pay more money to see Errol Spence fight than they were to fight Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford's fight versus Post-Out was like $60, $50, some shit.
Yeah, 50.
It was like $50. The fight against Amir Khan was like $63 $59.99, $60.
Yeah, Postal was $59.99. All the wrestling hoes was $69.99. That man only made $3 million in the Postal fight in pay-per-view money.
And sold, so he sold more at a higher, he sold more pay-per-views at a higher price, right? So at a higher price, he sold more. And what people say is Errol has Terrence Crawford himself. All right, I want people to hear me. Terrence Crawford himself, all right, himself, no lies, himself said this past weekend. I will say it again. He said his fight against Gamboa was bigger. He said Errol Spence hasn't fought nobody. His fight against Gamboa was bigger than any fight Errol did. He said that this weekend. He believes that, y'all. So because he believes that, that's where we are at. You cannot tell a man that believes that bullshit that I'm going to take anything less than what I feel I'm worth. Because Gamboa was a bigger name than anybody you fought. So you cannot tell a man that. And I'm telling you, he said this weekend. Unequivocal facts this weekend. All right, now it's not recorded, but this weekend he said that. This weekend. I'll bet somebody any amount of money you want, any number, and then I'll hit the nigga up that has the information, that has the proof. And then we can put it in PayPal escrow. We can put whatever number you want in PayPal escrow. And then I'll hit the nigga up that has the proof, and then I will accept my fucking money. The man said this weekend. You cannot tell a man who believes that, bro, who has that type of mindset, that I'm going to do this with that type of mindset. That mindset, no. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Now, I don't know who this guy is, but he's more likely a troll, but it's okay. I'm listening.
Hello?
What's poppin'?
Hey, brother, how you doing, B?
I'm chilling.
Let me say this before I say anything, brother. I've been listening for close to about a year now.
Okay, salute you.
And I really believe this is my personal brother. If I agree or disagree, one thing I'll say about you, brother, you are very talented and you're very intelligent. Because I've watched your show where you take subjects that's not even what everybody else is talking about. You just take something that's small and minute, and you have the ability to make it very entertaining. And I am a fan of yours.
Blessings.
All right. So I just want to say that, but I know this is the graveyard, so I know you ain't really here to put people in the ground. And I have tried to send monies or whatever it's called, with stats, whatever. I have trouble getting it through. But
it's all good. I'm not worried. It's all good.
But with all that, I'm just curious because I think the fight's gonna happen. And with knockout boxing, I'm a fan of his too. And I tend to agree with you and him both because you and him both are kind of down the middle when it comes to fighting. Y'all not just one-sided. But I think the fight's gonna happen. So I'm just curious, just out of a question, because I watched it. Like I said, I've been watching it for a year, and I remember when Bud was gonna fight Porter.
Yeah,
you was not one of the guys that thought Porter was going to win. You actually thought Bud was going to win. You thought if he fought a certain way, it could have went the other way. But
yes,
I know you did felt like Bud was going to win. But everybody on the channel, that's not the case. So my question is, this is a simple question. It ain't uncomplicated. I'm just curious, when the fight happened, because this idea that Bud ducked Spence. Now, and I'm going to say another thing. I think Spence is the king of 147. I think he's earned that right, and I give him the edge in the fight. But I'm just curious, some of the people, what happened when this fight does take place? What's the narrative going to become?
I hear this. I hear that same statement so many times. Mm-hmm. And I got no beef until beef is given. You know what I'm saying? If you come at me like that, bro, we're gonna have a spirited conversation, a great conversation. We can end this still being homies. Get a few wrenched up, and we'll try it again another day, right? It's when people come at me with the dumb shit, they're gonna get dumb shit back. So I appreciate you coming at me like that, right? I appreciate that. Now I hear people say the same thing to me, and they've been saying it to me for a while. When the fight's over with, what's the narrative? So what I will say to you, my brother, BFTB's hat says BFTB. It does not say, my hat does not say best outcomes, right? It does not say that. I am an Errol Spence fan. It is man down over here. If Terrence Crawford goes in there and destroys Errol Spence, congratulations to Terrence Crawford. It is still man down. It's still man down. Nothing has changed with me. Nothing. I wouldn't care if he got knocked out in the first round. I wouldn't care if he took it to the 12th round and got knocked out. I wouldn't care if he won the scorecard. I wouldn't care if he won a majority decision. It wouldn't matter to me. It is man down. I fuck with Errol Spence. It is man down. I don't know why people keep saying what narrative you're going to push. What narrative? What narrative? If Terrence Crawford wins, then Terrence Crawford wins. He was just better. Now, what happens if Errol knocks this man out? What happens if Errol stops this man? Because at the end of the day, you guys that rock with Terrence Crawford have more to lose than we do. I just want you to understand this. You guys do. Because you guys say that this man is super talented, gifted, all these mythical, magical, mysterious skills. If he loses, you have more to lose. No one says that Errol Spence is mythical, magical skills. No one says this. We say that this man is Tim Duncan. There's no flash. There's no pizzazz. There's no 360 windmill behind the back alley-oop dunks. Nope, a layup is the same amount of points as a motherfucking 360 windmill dunk. It's the same points. That's what we say. That's what I say. That's what I say. So you guys have more to lose.
Well, BF, let me just say this, my good brother. I did say I thought I would lean to Spence in that fight. So
okay,
I don't want to be caught up in you.
Let me remove that. Let me remove Let me remove that. Let me say Bud fans. Bud fans who believe that Terrence Crawford is going to beat this man have more to lose than Errol Spence fans who believe Errol is going to beat him. Bud fans have more. If Bud fans are, and another thing too, a lot of Bud fans will come and tell me it's a 50-50 fight. Oh, I believe it's a 50-50 fight. But then they'll say, oh, well, I got Terrence Crawford because of these skill set that they talk about, this skill set. We got this, but they can't explain when I ask what skill set. You really can't explain it, right? But, and I say this again, and that's the reason why you guys, let me say, and I'm not talking about you in general, right? I'm not talking about you in general, because from what I'm hearing of you, you seem more like drink more water, kind of rational. Actually, more rational than drink. That's my nigga. A little bit more rational. It doesn't matter who you pick to win. That's irrelevant who you pick to win, right? What the relevance, even if you pick PJ, the relevance is how people say that Terrence Crawford is so mythical, so magical. He's going to knock him out. Errol can't last the distance. Errol, that's what, and there's legends saying that. There's legends like Roy Jones saying he hasn't fought nobody. I know that Terrence Crawford is proven, but Errol Spence, Errol Spence has not fought nobody. So this is going to be the fight right here. If he be successful, blah, 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 then we can tell them. And like I was telling everybody earlier, people will use that he hasn't fought nobody. He hasn't fought nobody, right?
And I think that's bullshit. I personally think that's bullshit.
Well,
I was disappointed with Roy Jones when he said that.
Well, it wasn't just Roy, though, and it was several people that said the same thing. It was several. Roy is just one of them. There were several people that said Errol hasn't fought nobody, and Terrence Crawford is just too good for him, and Terrence Crawford is, he's going to knock him out. It won't go the distance and things like that. And I sit here and I say to myself, bro, you guys do realize that and this is to your point, to your question, they're putting themselves in a position to look bad. Like there's people that take James, Tony, Roy Jones, they take their word as the gospel. People bet money on their word, right? Because he said it, he knows boxing, so that's what this got to be, right? Well, then you do that, bro. I'm gonna tell you what, bro. I put money on my brother knockout boxing before I put it on Roy Jones or wrestling. Dead ass serious, because he actually breaks shit down. I would put it on what Ricky say over what James, Tony, Roy Jones. Those guys are looking at it from who they like, and then I like this guy. I don't like that guy. I like this guy. So because I like this guy, I'm going to give you everything good about this guy and nothing good about the other guy. He's okay. Niggas like Ricky, knockout. They don't give a fuck about that shit. I'm breaking your shit down. This is what you do. This great. You do that great. You do this bad. You do that bad. Okay, now you figure shit out for yourself. If this, and they'll tell you this is the reason why I would lean here, because this and that and that and that, and this motherfucker is a sucker for this, and bro, and I can do it myself, but I give my brothers the respect that they're due. You know what I'm saying? the people that have Bud destroying Errol Spence, that have Bud not throwing. I'm gonna tell you what, and I'm gonna let you cook. I'm gonna give it back to you. I'm probably one of the only people. There's others, but I'm probably one of the only ones that believes this fight, if it happens, which I don't see it happening, but if it does, I think this fight is not going to be as difficult for Errol Spence as y'all believe.
Not at all. Not at
I, I,
all.
believe, I believe Errol is going to
It's gonna be a
beat this
cakewalk.
man.
This fight is nowhere as close as people keep making. I'm telling y'all. It ain't nowhere. Y'all keep saying this is not no 50-50 fight.
Well, I'm gonna fall back. I'm gonna fall back, and I just want to say, BF, like I said, I'm a fan of yours, and thank you for having me on here, brother.
Peace.
And thank you very much.
For sure, man. Write them in the comments. If you don't got a bitch, I can hook you up.
Hey, B, I'm gonna zip out of here too, but I just want to say this. You know I'm a Bud fan, but I told you a long time ago that I think that Stan gonna beat the brakes off of him. I told you
I
that.
remember. I remember. Definitely remember.
Yeah.
Go
So,
ahead. Take it easy, okay? I'm gonna talk to my brother Knockout. I want to talk to my brother Knockout about Tank.
all right, love Kings.
Love, okay? So my brother Knockout, bro.
Before
I
you
was.
before you do BF real quick,
Go ahead. Go ahead, King.
I don't narratives and shit. Like if Bud win, if Earl win, I'm gonna tell the truth, bro. Like to answer homie's question, like I'm gonna give whoever credit. Like I picked Sean Porter to beat Terrence Crawford, but go look at what I said about Terrence
Me
Crawford the
too.
next day.
Me too.
So you know what I'm saying? Like I don't do the narrative. That narrative word, that shit, it got a negative connotation. So don't
Every
attach
time.
that shit to my name. I'm gonna tell the truth straight up and down. If motherfucker get his ass whooped, he got his ass whooped. And then I'm just gonna do predictions for the next week. I'm just gonna do predictions for the next week. Keep that shit moving. That's what I'm gonna do. Like ain't no skin off my back. Shit, it is what it is. But I just want to say that real quick.
And you know, here's the crazy thing. Here's the crazy thing, homie. The crazy thing. People come with that thought process of saying narrative. They say narrative. The narrative. What narrative is going to be, right? How many Errol Spence fans have you seen telling Terrence Crawford fans that? It's always in reply. Even this one right here was in reply. I didn't leave with it.
They the
I'm,
ones who set
I'm
the
gonna ask
narrative.
you guys.
We the one disproving it.
But
Y'all
I'm
can't.
gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna ask you guys. I'm gonna ask you a real life, honest to God. How many times? How many times have people said to you, "What are you gonna say?" or "What's your excuse?" or "What's gonna be the narrative when Terrence beat Errol Spence?" How many times?
A lot, bro. I heard
I
that shit at least. If I got Earl in my goddamn title, bro. Like I ain't even gotta be the one talk. I'm sure somebody will come in that bitch tonight and be like, "What you gonna do, Earl? Lou? You gonna lose? You gonna lose? You
You
gonna
already
lose?"
know.
That shit happens
Errol
every
Spence is
time,
gonna
and
get
I ain't even gotta be
bullied.
the one talking. Straight up.
Yes, yes. Now, how many times have we? How many times have we led with that? How many times? I don't know nobody that
Never.
led with it.
Never.
I really
Never.
don't, bro. I don't know nobody. But you're gonna
But
see him
yeah,
win.
it's too much. It's too much. It's too much easy ammunition. Like that. That's the last thing on my mind, bro. Like I don't
Hey,
need to deal with that shit. There's so much other shit that I can cook on and talk about. So
hey,
everybody leave with that bullshit, man. That's one of the weaker points, nigga. I can kill you with 1,000 other shit, man. Ain't nobody leave with that bullshit, bro. That's how you know
Fact,
they grasping for
hey,
straws, bro.
all facts.
hey,
What's up, Coach? Shout out to my homie Coach. Make sure y'all subscribe to Glover Box. What's up,
hey.
Crush? I see you in the building.
I
What's up, my Crush?
I can't be on long. I want to be on here for a second, but I want to tell y'all, I honestly don't care who win the fight. I really do not care. And this is what they don't understand. I do not care who wins this fight. But I'm gonna say it like I said before. Terrence Crawford is being shitted on by Devin Haney because he's not willing to bend to get what he wants. If you really want to be undisputed and you want to, bro, sign a contract. He's the only one holding it up, and if they say Earl is holding the fight up, that's not true because they're the one sending the offer. So Earl know what he's getting. So, but one thing I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm gonna say it again, and I'm gonna jump off of here. I don't care. I do not care whose fault it is. I am not paying for either one of them's next fight if they don't fight each other. I made that promise to myself, and I'm gonna stick by that promise. I don't care who fought it is. I really don't. I'm not paying to see either one of them next opponent. I could care less. It could be Boots in it. I don't care. And that's all I wanted to say. That's it. I gotta go though. I'm gonna holler at you brothers, man.
All right, brother.
All right, coach. Peace out, man.
And the crazy thing is, right? There's a lot of people that feel like Coach feels. There's a lot that feel that way, but they don't say that because it's like this. I'm gonna put some. I'm not gonna put my brother Knockout or my brother Ricky. If one of your homies, right? One of your homies, you don't care about him and his girl, dog. Here, like that's your girl, dog. I don't give a fuck about your girl. It's irrelevant. Is that right? But he wants to stay with her, but she's doing him dirty. You don't care, but that's your boy, right? You're gonna feel some type of way towards her. You're not gonna like her. You know she's doing him dirty, right? You don't care that. I mean, he wants to be there. She wants to be there, but she wants to do him dirty. So you don't care about the situation, but that's your boy, and she's doing him dirty. So fuck that bitch. And that's how niggas feel about her. Errol, it's like, bro, Errol Spencer's cool. It's like, all right, bro, he's cool. I mean, man down, cool. He's a good fighter, you know what I'm saying? But, bro, the blind can see he's being done dirty. He's being done dirty, man. He's being done. That's the reason why a lot of people are saying, man, fuck this nigga, man. Fuck Terrence Crawford, man. Because they can see he's the bitch in the relationship that's trying to do the man dirty. Now you can say whatever you want to say, but you can say you don't care. I don't care about the fight, like coach said, and like my brother Knockout will say, bro, whoever wins wins. You got your ass whooped. I'm gonna give you that work. You know what I'm saying? But we are human beings. All right? There's a very few of us who have cut that sense of feeling off. You know, and it takes some shit. I still got it, but it's not like y'all had it. If a motherfucker got hit by a bus, bro, I wouldn't give a fuck, bro. I'm like, yo, if I need to take this bus, you better keep driving. You better get me to where I'm going on time. I don't give a fuck about this nigga. But if you ran over a squirrel, I'll be heartbroken. I'll be fucking devastated, dog. I will be devastated.
You know don't give a fuck about people, but he love animals looking at it.
Facts. All facts, my nigga. No lies told. No lies told, bro. No lies told, bro. No lies told. Well, I'm just keeping it. But it took a lot for me to get there, bro. It took a lot of things that I saw, a lot of things that I've been through for me to get to that point right there, right? But I'm just saying, most people are not like that, right? They're not like that, bro. It's innate in us. It's in us to want somebody to be successful. We want to see happy relationships. We don't want to see fucking relationships. Now I get it. We can look on World Star and see some dumb shit and be like, oh man, or maybe laugh or whatever the case may be. But bro, we want happy relationships, bro. This is a fucked up marriage where we know the bitch is cheating. We know she's cheating. But that's your boy. You know what I'm saying? You tell your boy she cheating. Your boy, he fuck around and knows she's cheating. But he loves her. And he believes that marriage is forever and we're gonna work through this shit. And she just keeps on shitting on him. Of course you're gonna fucking hate the bitch, bro. It's innate in us. It's us. If we say we cool with this, if we don't even gotta fuck with the nigga heavy. We don't gotta fuck with the nigga heavy. Bro, there's niggas right now, there's motherfuckers that is in the world right now. We don't even know these niggas. Never met them before in our life. But we know the scenario. And because we know the scenario, it's fuck that bitch. Because we know the scenario. And tell them lying. Niggas be on here commenting on IG, Twitter, and all kinds of shit. You don't know these motherfuckers. You have no idea who the fuck they are. You don't know what's going on with them. But you know the scenario. And because you know the scenario, it's fuck that bitch.
And not only that, BF, it's like everybody know what's going on. You see it, right? But she out on the Instagram saying it's all his fault. It's all his fault. He the reason why I'm doing this. That's what's going on.
Yeah, who believes Robin Givens?
Nobody.
Who believes Robin Givens? Who believed that Robin Givens didn't shit on Mike Tyson? Who believed that? Because she was all in the media talking about, oh, yeah, you know, it's me.
Screwed him over.
He's so fucked up. He sold this, he sold that. And Mike Tyson sat right there, didn't know what to fucking do, just sat there looking stupid as a bitch. But everybody on this panel knew that Robin Givens was raping this man, was fucking this man over. Robin Givens was shitting on that man. And shitted on that man. And we can do it vice versa too. We can go the other way. We can go don't gotta be all for the niggas. We can go the other way. Bro, right now, we don't know these women that are in domestic violence shit, bro. We don't know. These motherfucking women who love their husband, they love their man, they love him, they love their significant other. They ain't trying to go nowhere. That's who they want to be with. But this nigga is beating the shit out of her. It's fuck that nigga, bro. And it's bro. If I see this nigga, I'm stealing on this nigga. That's how we feel. We get that feel. It's fuck this nigga, bro. Especially when you can see the facts, right? Most people just jump off the cliff right away. They don't know what's going on. But then other niggas, when you get all the truth, when you get the truth behind it, and you see this nigga beating the fuck out of her because she didn't make the fucking eggs the way he wanted it, you know what I'm saying? Then it's like, yo, fuck this nigga, bro. But you and then now all of my brothers, all the family is like, bro, that couldn't be my sister. That couldn't be my aunt. That couldn't be my best. It couldn't. Because I'm pulling up on this nigga. These are facts. It's natural. It's natural. That's what we will be all in the comments talking about. That couldn't be my sister. Couldn't be my homie. Couldn't be mine. We'll be all in the comments, all over these videos. Or couldn't be mine. And that's how niggas are with Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford. They don't know these niggas. They don't know these niggas. Some of these niggas that dick ride one or the other, you just took a picture with this nigga and now all of a sudden you done like it. And I know niggas like that. It damn sure ain't me. I know niggas like that. Took a picture with one or the other, and now all of a sudden that's the greatest fighter that ever walked the earth. Nobody beats him. This nigga shit don't stink. It don't matter what's going on. That nigga's the greatest. That is not me. I can take a picture. I can show love for you, and I can keep it pushing. I'm telling you the truth. All right, I'm going to tell you the truth. And when we look at the scenario right now, that's what it is. We know that Terrence Crawford is doing this man dirty, which is why the disdain for this dude. Which is why the anger towards him. And niggas talking, oh, niggas hating on, but ain't nobody hating on, bro. We tell them we don't like what's going on. We can see what's going on and we don't like it. That ain't hate. So my nigga, I see you in the building, ATL. Salute to you, kid.
What's going on, BF?
Talk to me, homie. I'm gonna talk to my brother Knockout after that. But talk to me, kid.
Hey, man, I just stopped through, man, to show some love, man. I ain't been with y'all in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Blessings. Blessings. I appreciate you coming through, homie. What's on your mind?
Man, I'm just listening to y'all right now. I just tuned in.
For sure, family. Well, I'm gonna talk to my brother Knockout. Salute to my brother the preacher, man. Say I will say it again. What Bud is doing in his negotiations with EJ is black on black crime. It's the Willie Lynch syndrome, bro. I know stuff right now that if I put it out here, I would enrage you. I'm just not going to, right? This is it. I know this. I just found out some shit this morning about this fight. Like some back inside shit this morning. But if I put the shit out, they go, oh, I need to see proof. Oh, where's your source? Blah, blah, blah. I ain't, no, and that's why I ain't doing it. Now, I'll tell my brothers behind the scenes, but I'm not going to tell y'all niggas. Because I'm not trying to hear that. Don't nobody ask for Dan Raphael's sources. Nobody ask for motherfucking Mike Cappinger's sources or any of these weird-ass niggas, Steve Kim, or whatever these punk, pussy, soft, bitch-ass niggas. They don't ask for their sources, but you ask for mine in a heartbeat. So, fuck y'all niggas. How about that? And I'm not talking about the family. I'm talking about the niggas that's going to ask me for my sources. All right, anyway. Let me ask my brother Knockout, bro. And this is no shade or disrespect or nothing like that. I don't want you to take that. But I'm gonna ask my brother a question. But what makes you think that Tank wants to fight anybody?
Man, that's a tough ass question to answer. You can't prove, and that's the thing, and that's why I'm so interested to see what he does with this whole Mayweather promotions, resign. Is it because it's more guaranteed money? Is it because he fucking gets to pick, his fights and shit? Now they're gonna start making bigger fights for him. So, but you can't prove that he wants the big fight. You can't prove it because his actions and his words don't show that. You can look at his attitude and you can say shit like, "Oh well, he said the Glock ain't got no safety. He said all them guys could get it." But if you really look at guys like Tim Tszyu, who I don't think he beat fucking Jamel Charlo, but he looked over, he said, I could stay in Australia and I could keep fucking people up in Australia, but I really want what I'm talking about, and then shit, I'm gonna go over here and sign the Showtime. Same with Jerron Boots. Like I'm saying, I want Earl. I'm saying I want to move up to 154 and do this, but And I could, Top Rank will probably offer me some shit. The Zone will probably offer me some shit. But I'm a signed director to Showtime because all the guys I'm saying I want fight on that network. So when you look at Tank Davis, he's getting dangerously close to where Terrence Crawford is right now, where Terrence Crawford was when he was at Top Rank. It's that, all right, bro, like, you the money. And he's different, though, because he can fight whoever he want to fight. And maybe guys will be more willing to come over to him since he is the money man in the division in terms of the revenue that he generates. But bro, to answer your question, you can't. You could try to make an argument. No one can disprove if you say he wants to smoke, but you can't. You can't prove it either way though. So I can't say that I think he definitively wants to smoke. I will say I don't think people that say that he's ducking Devin Haney or some shit. That's what I don't agree with. But in terms of him going after the fights like Devin Haney does, nah, bro. I don't. I can't say that he's going after it like that. So I wouldn't even say that he wants to fight everybody, bro.
So I'm gonna take what you just said though, because you know this is what I do. You just said you can't say he wants to fight everybody, but then you said you don't agree he's ducking Devin Haney. So if you don't want to fight Devin, is that not a duck?
I mean, if we can prove that he don't want to fight him, but that can't be proven at this point.
It can't be proven that he don't want to fight him. But my belief is that Tank is not scared of nobody and will fight anybody. I believe that. So when I say ducking, I'm not talking about fear at all.
Mm-hmm.
There's no fear in this situation. Zero. I'm talking about he just don't want to fight this man. Right? And
But
then,
how is he ducking him though, BF?
that's the same thing. Because this man is the champion, the undisputed champion, is calling to fight him. He's calling to fight him. Now I get it. All the fighters are calling to fight him too. But it's a different when it's the undisputed champion, right? It's if it's a Ryan or a fucking T.O. or one of these weird ass niggas, what you're not bringing nothing but a bag, right?
Mm-hmm.
Devin's bringing a bag and belts. Tank Davis is an undisputed champion. That's legacy. He don't need to pay the sanctioning fees. He can beat Devin, get the belts. You're undisputed. You can't take that from me, and I can vacate them all the same day. You can't take that from me. I'm undisputed forever. Forever. I will never pay you a fucking dollar. I'm gonna win all these belts. I'm gonna take all my pictures. I'm gonna have all my pictures with all these belts, and then I'm not paying no sanctioning fees. I'm immediately vacated. Y'all go fight for him. Everybody knows I'm that nigga. And the lineal belt, which ain't really lineal, but it's the ring belt, they combine them all. That there is no sanctioning fees. You are the main. There is nobody better than you. You are it. You can say whatever the fuck y'all want when y'all collect all these belts. Y'all can become undisputed all you want. But if you don't fuck with me, if you don't beat me, you ain't the man. You're not the man.
Well, I hear what you're saying, but this is why I don't consider him ducking Devin Haney because Devin Haney got a rematch clause, bro. Like Devin Haney is already taken up no one, and then I understand that people tell me it's a partnership deal, like I ain't getting all that, but Bob Arum already telling everybody what his plan is with Devin, bro. He letting everybody know Devin got a contractual obligation to fight Cambosos. That came out of Bob Arum's mouth. Then he said, "I'm trying to make him fight Loma. Loma gonna get the shot next." So if Bob Arum is telling you what the plans are for Devin Haney, and he already got 2 fights, how can you duck a fighter whose promoter is telling you that he ain't available to fight, bro?
Because Devin Haney can vacate the belts, which was contractually binding, which is what's binding him to the contract. He can vacate the belts and fight them.
Which is what you believe he will. You believe he will. He'd be willing.
I don't believe it. I don't believe. I know.
Because they told you they would. Yeah. I feel you, bro. But and I know you telling the truth because you really talked to them. They told you that shit. Even though they told you that shit, bro, I don't believe them. And my reason is very simple, BF. It's because I don't think a young man that was running down on Lomachenko, trying to get him to unify with him, then was running down on Teofimo, trying to get him to unify with him, then was running down on fucking Cambosos, trying to get him to fight him, then finally gets all the belts, and then he's going to all of a sudden vacate and drop him. Furthermore, if you Bob Arum, and this is the other point, if you Bob Arum and you a part of this, at some point you want Devin Haney, and Tank, but what's more important to you with guys like Keyshawn Davis coming up, guys like Abdullah Mason coming up, and all those crop 135-pound fighters, he who has the belt runs the division. So by advocating for Devin, if you Bob Arum and you see Devin Haney drop all them belts, now you in a position as a company, you like shit. What if the PBC come in? We gonna swoop the WBA. We about to get our guy ordered over here. The goddamn DAZN come in. Oh, we about to swoop the IBF. And now if you Bob Arum, you don't control the division anymore, bro. You leave that shit open. So I don't even think he would advocate for that shit because while he loves Devin Haney ain't his only fighter. Like I'm sure he's excited to be in the Devin Haney business. But that's not his only fighter, so we got that going against the prospect of Devin Haney vacating belts. And then the second thing and the last point, BF, and then I'll shut up, bro. The idea that we all know Devin Haney gonna beat the shit out of Kambosos if they fight again, bro. Like he is going to beat him 12 rounds to 0, or he might stop him late. He's gonna beat his ass. It is bad business for a promoter because again, I don't believe he'll drop the belts. I believe they have to get Kambosos to step aside. A promoter like Bob with those matchmakers that saw what Devin Haney did to George Kambosos is not going to look at fucking George Kambosos and be like, yeah, let me pay step-aside money to a guy I know my fighter going to beat his ass. He going to beat this dude ass. It's an easy-ass fight. I'm going to pay him step-aside money not to fight. Nah, I'm going to go ahead and let him fight because he's going to beat his ass. He's going to keep the belts. And then I'll just try to make the big fight happen. So that's why I don't believe he drop him, bro. And so that's just, and I know they saying that they will and shit, but until I see them actually do it, then I'm just, I'm kind of where I'm at with it, bro.
And I feel you. But let me take what you said and address where your discrepancies are. So you said Devin he was chasing down Loma, right? He was chasing down T.O., he was chasing down Bozo, and you don't believe that once he got those, he's going to vacate. Well, what's after that? There's nothing after that. You can't become undisputed, ultra undisputed, super wallopalooper undisputed. Once you're undisputed, that's it. There's nothing more. And the same thing I just said about Tank Davis. If Tank beats Devin, he's undisputed and can vacate the belts. He's the man. Devin can vacate the belts right now. He's the man. He can vacate all of them. He don't need to keep any of them. He can vacate them all of them right now. He has accomplished the mission. When you run a 100-meter race, when you get to the finish line, you're finished. You're not still running. That's it, bro. You have a trophy. You won. You're the fastest man in the world or fastest woman in the world. That's it. So you have to go back and do it again if you want to repeat that. You could grow up. You could be the fastest youth champion, and then you grow up to another weight class, and now you're the fastest middle-aged man, and you grow up to another weight class, and you're the fastest regular age man. You could do that. But once you became that, that's it. So when you agreed with me, with Tank can vacate the belts, beat Devin and vacate the belts, you agreed. Then you can't disagree with me and say Devin can't do the same thing. Devin can vacate the belts. And he's only contractually obligated to 3 fights. That's what he's contractually obligated. He took one already. That does not mean that he has to fight one right now, and then the very next one he's got to fight again, and the very next one he's got to fight again. Doesn't mean that. He has 3 fights that he's contractually obligated. He can fight this one, fight somebody else the same way Tyson Fury did, and then fight again. Those are facts, and that's happened. We have history for that, right? So those are two discrepancies that, I fuck with everything you just said, but there's
like I know shit. We having a conversation, talking shit, bro.
There's discrepancies in there. And I'm not even talking shit. Like that, I'm gonna do that to OTV. Like you family. Right?
No, we just talking. I ain't fucking. I ain't tripping.
Yeah, for sure. But lastly, right? So one, he can vacate, absolutely can vacate. 2, he does not have to fight directly back to back, right? And 2A, he didn't even re-sign to the rematch until all of his other options were exhausted. That I also know is a fact. He did not re-sign. He waited until all of his other options were exhausted. Tank Davis was one of his other options. Lomachenko, when Tank Davis started to push the other route, he wasn't fighting him. It wasn't going to happen. Then it was Lomachenko. Lomachenko said he wants a tune-up. So Lomachenko on the team. He only wanted Tank and Loma. So if there's no Tank, there's no Loma, he re-signed to fight both. Those are facts. That there's no fluff in it. That's a fact.
But BF, the thing is though, bro, like to me, when Kambosos on June 17th said, "Look, bro, I'm enacting my rematch clause," it's not on Tank it's not on these other guys to go negotiate with Devin Haney to try to get him out that rematch. If you want to go chase something else, whatever you got to do, whether that's step aside or dropping belts like you said you said you can do. Because I understand, bro. You saying yes, they can drop belts. I agree they can drop belts. What we disagree is I don't think that they will. I don't think that they're willing to. That's too much leverage. This is a young man, BF, that had problems getting fights when he was a WBC champion. Now that he got all these belts and he got leverage and guys got to come to him, the last thing that I think he should be doing, the last thing I think Bob or Bill really in their heart of hearts will want him to do is drop the belt. And now what reason do guys have to fight you, bro? But it all, to me, it comes down to Bob Arum, bro. Like Bob would not advocate for that shit, bro. And Kambosos he's the thorn in our fucking side because we don't want to see the second fight. But until they find a way to get rid of him, you got two options. You either drop all the goddamn belt, or you fucking pay him step aside money. Neither of which is a good option when you look at the totality of what Top Rank is trying to do with Devin Haney, Lomachenko, and all their other fighters that they have, bro. That's all I'm saying, dog.
Right, and I feel you, but what leverage does Devin have? What leverage? You said
he got all the belts, so guys,
has no leverage. Tank already said he don't.
It is though. It is though because check it out though. The same guy. No, it's for Devin. I'm gonna explain to you what I mean. So the same guy.
What I'm asking you,
go ahead.
He wants to fight two fighters. What leverage does he have to fight those two fighters if neither one of them are willing to fight them?
Haven't undisputed. And here's why. Because the same guy that petitioned to fight the fucking franchise belt, get the franchise belt, fucking Lomachenko, the same goddamn guy that was running away from him, that he couldn't get to fight him for nothing. Guess what Bob Arum talking about now? Bob Arum about a year or two ago was running around this bitch talking about, oh man, shit, he signed with the wrong promotional company. He just under the wrong promotional company. But now that he done came to this motherfucker, he done went over to Australia, got all these goddamn belts. Because remember, Bob and Loma, they really tried to run off on Devin Haney. Because Loma had that fight first. Loma was gonna get that motherfucking fight. Matter of fact, he turned that bitch down because of the war and shit. So the reason those belts are leveraged because the same guy that was running for him for years, now your ass got no choice. You gotta take a tune up in October while he fighting fucking Kambosos in October, and now you gotta fight Devin, bro. Or shit, what you gonna do? Because you want the belts back, right? So that's why those belts are leveraged. Whereas if Devin dropped them hoes, guess what Bob and Loma gonna do, BF? You already know what they're gonna do. If he dropped them hoes, do something else. Oh, Loma's the king, about to fight for this vacant. He about to fight for this vacant, and the WBC and WBO have agreed to make the shit a fucking unification or some shit. Like, come on, bro. Like so belts are his leverage, dog.
No, if he had leverage, Loma wouldn't be fighting a tuna. Usyk ain't fighting one. They in the same war. Usyk was there longer.
But Loma
he don't have leverage
because of Kambosos, BF.
It's not because even like you keep saying to me about what Bob Arum said. Bob Arum said we are going to give Bozo we're going to give him a step aside fight, a stay busy fight, and Lomachenko is going to fight Devin, and the winner of that is going to fight Bozo. That is what Bob Arum said. That's what he said. Facts.
That's not what he said most recently, bro. His most recent quotes were about him being fucking contractually obligated to Kambosos. The most recent.
Yes, because Loma took a tune-up. That's the only reason why. Yes.
But the shit been on BoxRec forever, and it been reported that he fighting Kambosos. Like when we talk about Loma and Devin, what did Bob and them do to get Kambosos out the way, bro? Like he can't just go fight Loma when Kambosos is right here. Like, yo, I want my motherfucking fade, bro. I want my rematch.
Yes, he didn't. Then tell me why Tyson Fury did it.
Tyson Fury did what?
How did Tyson Fury, who had a contractually obligated rematch with Deontay Wilder, how did he not fight him right away? How did he fight somebody in between?
You talking about the second fight where he fought two people in between?
Yes.
Because he went inside the Top Rank and he reneged on his deal and shit, bro. And that's why Deontay and him was fucking pissed off at him. So, but I'm saying though, bro, what we can't do, BF, in my opinion, bro.
What can't we do?
This is what we can't do, bro. We was all on fucking Tyson Fury helmet for that shit, bro. We was on his helmet, and then when he tried to pull off and do the AJ shit, we was like, yo, you got this contractual obligation over here. We can't be vouching for that and wanting that shit, but then trying to find ways for Devin to get out of his contractual obligation. Just let him go beat Kambosos' ass, bro. And then beat Loma ass, bro.
I hear what you're saying. Do you want to see Devin fight Bozo in a rematch?
Hell no, I don't want to see that fight, bro. You know I don't want to see that shit.
Did you want to see Wilder fight Fury in a rematch?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Do you want to see Devin fight Tank?
Yes.
Okay, so all the fights that you said yes to are the ones that we are pushing for. So if they've already done it, it's already been done. Regardless of what the fuck we say. Oh, that's bullshit, Fury. You fighting somebody. You ain't supposed to be fighting this nigga. You're contractually obligated to fight Deontay Wilder, but you fought him anyway. So Tyson Fury did it. We were mad about it. But now, if Devin wants to do it with a better fighter, Tyson Fury did it with a bum. A fucking bum, 2 of them. He did it with 2 fucking bums. We want Tyson Fury, we want Devin Haney to do it with Tank Davis. That's totally different. But since they shitted on Deontay, it happened. You guys are trying to act like because this happened, he shitted on him, but nobody else, but Devin can't do it. So Fury did it.
No,
hold on. Fury did it.
Go ahead.
Fury did it. It was fucked up when Fury did it. We were mad that Fury did it. He did it. But Devin, you can't do it with a better fighter, with the fight that we actually want. Fury did it with a fighter we didn't ask for. 2 of them we didn't ask for. We didn't want neither one of them. We are clamoring for Devin to do it with a fighter that we want. We don't want to see him fight Bozo in a rematch. He embarrassed that man. We don't want to see it at all. And you're telling me that we should, nope. Tyson Fury did it, but Devin can't do it with a fight that we actually want. Devin is undisputed. Fury is not. Devin's undisputed. He has nothing more to gain. There is no reason to keep those belts. He has no leverage. Tank don't need it. He already said he ain't paying sanctions. So what leverage is the belt for Tank? Lomachenko already, bro, if he had leverage for Loma, they'd be fighting now. Right now. He has 0 leverage. That is Bob Arum. But Lomachenko says, I want a tune-up. If Bob Arum had it his way, Loma and Devin would be fighting next. The same thing he did with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. If Bob Arum had it his way. What he's doing now is called damage control. You don't want Loma to look bad by not fighting Devin. You don't want that. So he's going to say whatever he needs to say. So make sure that Loma looks good. So Devin, go ahead and fight Bozo because Bozo is there. There is no Tank ain't doing it. Loma don't want to fight him, so here's Bozo. This was the last option. Even Bob Arum said nobody will see that fight. It's a hard sell because he embarrassed them. It's a hard sell. You know Bob is about the bread. Hard sell. That this fight is not. Devin versus Tank is not a hard sell. Devin versus Loma is not a hard sell at all. Those are easy sell fights. Easy. This is the last resort.
So here's why, and this is my point of contention, bro, and this is why I'm disagreeing. Like, I understand what Fury did, bro, but I hold Devin Haney to a higher standard, bro. Like, I don't like he has so much integrity. He don't need to move like them, bro. Just go beat the dude ass. Like, they already like put fucking jackets on us, bro, and act like we this and act like we that. Nah, bro, you said you was gonna do some shit. As a matter of fact, bro, when they fought Kambosos the first time, that was the selling point. We signed up to do it twice. We did this, we did that. Okay, bro, you signed up for that shit. I was saying, oh, yo, that's a bad deal. When the shit comes and they got to do the shit again, I don't want to hear shit about how they can get out and how they need to do this. They signed up to do the shit. Be a man of your word. Go beat his ass again, bro. And then the world is your goddamn oyster, bro. But I can't advocate for somebody to figure out a way to wiggle around here and wiggle around here because Tyson Fury was doing it. Like, Tyson Fury can fight. He's the best heavyweight in the world. But as a fucking human being, as a fucking man, I can't stand him, bro. Like, he ain't somebody that knows the type of person I never fucking back, bro. Can't stand him at all. But for Devin, bro, as a fan of his, bro, like, nah, bro, you signed to this shit, bro. You already beat his ass once. It's an easy bag. It's some easy money. They already telling you that the next fight for you gonna be the guy that you've been calling for years, bro. Go beat this dude ass. Treat his ass like a motherfucking tune-up. And then go in there and do what you need to do with Loma, bro. He finally saying he gonna give you the fight because you gave his motherfucking ass no choice. They gave you a badass deal that they didn't think you would sign, and you signed that shit. Good job, King. They tried to give you a fucking one-way rematch clause. You said no problem. Went over there, beat his ass, 12 rounds to 0. The only fucking round you can argue is maybe the 12th round, but I still probably get it to Devin because Devin was just fucking coasting on his ass. But he beat Kambosos' ass, bro. So since you signed to do that shit, do what you said when we was leading up to the fight when Bill Haney was on, when they was on their goddamn Jumbotron, fucking talking shit back and forth. And Bill Haney said, man, we ain't worried. We signed up to do this shit 2 times. bro, go ahead and do that shit, and then do everything that you need to do, so we can show them that we just keep integrity over here. But it's our fight. We got to be 10 times, 15 times better than the average motherfucker because we get held to a higher standard, bro. And that's just what it is. So I can't say since Cam Bosco fucking did his rematch clause, I can't be saying, yo, Devin, find a way out of that shit. Nah, bro, just go beat his ass, dog. That's all I'm saying, bro.
That's cool. So you say integrity. That's what you said to me. Integrity. We are
Yes,
held
sir.
to a higher standard. Integrity. So why don't you hold Tank to the same standard? Because he's the one that said.
I do.
No. He's the one that said, Devin Haney, you're an email champion. You beat Cambozo, I'll fight you. Fight me next, Devin. I'll fight you next. How come you don't hold Tank to the same standard that you hold Devin?
I do. He said. So he said, if you win, I want. No. He said. He said. He said, if you win, I want to fight you next. And then after Devin won, Camboso invoked his rematch clause. So what can he do, bro?
Nothing to do. Cambosos has nothing to do with what Tank said. Nothing. Tank did not say.
No, he has nothing to do with what he said. Tank said what you said is fact, but
hold on one second.
Go ahead. No,
So,
my bad. Go ahead.
So you said integrity. We are held to a higher standard. That's what you said to me. Us as black people are a higher standard. You're not. We can't do what Tyson Fury did. Fuck that dude as a human being. We can't do what he did. The entire planet knew that Devin Haney had a 3-fight deal with Top Rank, to include Tank Davis. The entire planet knew it. Everybody knew it. Just like you know it, he knew it. That did not stop him from saying, you beat Bozo, fight me next, I'm not on my contract. That's what he said. Devin tried to hold that man accountable to his words. And that man re-signed. And you're telling me that's not enough because Devin was in a fight. Devin has a contract that Cambozo can't beat Devin 100 out of 100 times. He can't beat him. The fight that we want to see is Devin versus Lomor, Devin versus Devin. Devin wanted to hold that man to his words. And this man did something different, but you want Devin to be held to his words, but not Tank to be held to his. Please make that make sense.
You hold Tank to his words, but you can't hold him to his words if the man is not available. So he did say, if you win, I want to fight you next. But then Camboso invoked his rematch clause on like June or July 17th, and then 2 days later, Devin Haney, knowing that Camboso invoked his rematch clause, said the only fights that interest me are Loma and Tank. But you know this man invoked his rematch clause, so you're doing the same thing. Look, this at the end of the day, they both said they can fight each other, but nobody's sitting on motherfucking offers, bro. Like that's really where we at. They said they're gonna fight each other, but they ain't sending shit, bro.
Now you just moved the goalpost. So I'm gonna bring it back. You said integrity. We gotta hold these guys to a higher standard. That's what we gotta do.
Yes.
Hold them to a higher standard because Fury did something and did it. Nobody cared. We were mad that he did it. We crucified that man for doing it against bums. If Tyson Fury was going to postpone a Deontay Wilder fight to fight Louis King Kong Ortiz and Anthony Joshua and then fight Deontay Wilder, nobody in here would have been upset because it would have been for undisputed. It would have been the biggest fight. We would have been mad, but not as mad. We would have been mad, but not pissed. Not like this is some bullshit. This motherfucker. We would have been mad. But Tyson Fury is postponing a Wilder rematch to fight Louis King Kong Ortiz. He's postponing a Deontay Wilder rematch to fight King Kong Ortiz and Anthony Joshua. Those are the 2 fights he's going to fight, and then he's going to fight for undisputed against Deontay Wilder. Bro, I don't even think Deontay Wilder would have been. Deontay Wilder was okay with this nigga fighting 2 fucking bums. He would have been just fine with this man fighting Louis King Kong Ortiz and Anthony Joshua, and then he fights for undisputed the winner. He would have been just fine. Just fine. Because he was okay for this man fighting 2 fucking bums. So you cannot tell me that scenario that happened with Tyson Fury is the same scenario as this one, because it is not. It is not. The only common point is the fact that there was a signed contract. One person didn't agree. We were mad about it because that's the fight that was the biggest fight right there. We were mad. But Deontay Wilder said, okay, fuck it. I'm contractually obligated to fight this man. If he's doing his thing, then I'm going to fight that person. Right? We're not taking into account what Wilder did. We're not taking into account because Deontay allowed him to do it. Well, in this scenario, Bozo is in the scenario that Wilder would have been in. That Wilder was in. Bozo's
We don't know if he would allow that, BF. He ain't gave us no quotes. He ain't said nothing to lead us to believe that he would do some shit like that, bro.
I feel you. His what he is doing is irrelevant. His say is nothing.
But it's not.
Yes, it is nothing.
Because Devin signed on that dotted line, bro. It's not.
Nothing. It is nothing. It is the exact same thing that Deontay Wilder's was for Tyson Fury. It's the exact same thing. Tyson Fury was going to do it regardless. It is nothing. Cam Bozo's word is nothing. All his word is what Bob Arum wants it to be, what Bob Arum allows it to be. It's the exact same thing as Deontay Wilder's was.
Same for Dev, bro. It's the same thing for Dev. It's only what Bob. It's only what Bob Abrams is not advocating for that shit, BF, or he would have done it, bro. He would do it, bro. He would have done it by now.
No, he would not have done it. The only reason why Bob Arum was going to do it is if Lomachenko was going to fight Devin. Facts. But Lomachenko took a tune-up. That's the reason why Bob is not doing it. For who? If you're telling me that Bob would have did it, for who? To fight who? Bob's going to do it.
But where are we getting this information from that Bob would have done it, bro?
He did it. He did it already. One, he did it already with Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. He did it. So we have history. That's one. Number two,
on this scenario, BF.
Number two, he said, no one, the fight with Bozo is a hard sell. If I have it my way, we're going to have Bozo fight in a stay busy fight. We're going to have Loma versus Devin on pay-per-view, and Bozo will fight the winner. That is what Bob Arum said. Mm-hmm. Lomachenko fucked that up because he wanted the tune-up. When
that's where I need to see the information, bro. How do we know it wasn't Bozo fucking it up because he refused to step aside and fight a tune-up?
It don't matter what Bozo wants, bro. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Bozo is obligated to fight for the titles. It does not. He is obligated to fight for the titles. He is not obligated to fight Devin Haney. He's obligated to fight for the belts. The contract is for the belts. It's not for Devin. It's the belts. So if Devin don't have him, Bozo is obligated to fight for one of the belts, or maybe get two of the belts. It's the belts. He is not obligated to Devin at all. Because if he was obligated to Devin, then Devin can vacate the belts, and he can just still fight Devin. He is not obligated to Devin. He is obligated to the belts knockout. That's what I'm trying to tell you, Ken. He's obligated to the belts. And I will say it again.
Like, I don't know where that comes from, bro. Like, I ain't seen that information.
I'm telling you, that's what it is. You're telling me you haven't seen the information. It don't matter what, bro. Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder in the trilogy. If Tyson Fury didn't fight him, $80 million. And the belt, and Deontay Wilder's fighting for the belt. Facts. They had to pay Deontay Wilder $80 million, and Deontay Wilder is fighting somebody else for the WBC belt. That's a fact. That's public knowledge.
Damn.
Facts. Champ said it himself. It's the exact same scenario. It is for the belts. It's for the belts, bro. The belts. The contract that Devin Haney signed is for the belts. The belts. It's proving, what I'm saying is proving my point, because you're telling me Devin can't vacate the belt. If Devin vacates the belts, you're telling me with no belts, Bozo's going to win a fight him with no belts?
I'm telling you that Bozo would have, no, what I'm saying is he would have a goddamn recourse, because now if he done dropped all the belts and I got a contract with you for all the belts, what, the WBO, the IBF, the WBA, and the WBC, they're going to all allow Camboso to fight for all of them at the same time, bro? He could have recourse, bro. They not doing that shit, BL.
Yeah, he could have recourse. What's his recourse? Sue Devin?
He could sue their ass, bro.
I'm going to sue you, Devin, for vacating the belts.
Yeah, because you know that I
was
going to
get
bro. No, listen. It's the same reason why Tyson Fury couldn't go do anything the third time, bro. He couldn't go do nothing. He had to fight Deontay. He couldn't drop the belt. He couldn't do shit. He had to fight Deontay the third time.
Yes, he could.
So why didn't he, bro? Because he clearly didn't want to fight him.
Okay, I will say what I said again. If Tyson Fury didn't fight Deontay Wilder, he had to pay that man $80 million. And Deontay Wilder was going to fight somebody else for the vacant WBC title. Facts. Devin Haney is not worth. He's not worth what that fight was worth. Devin Haney will not be paying Bozo no $80 million. The only reason why the $80 million the number was on the table. Yeah, when you go to court and I say, what's my damages? There's my damages. The court is just going to give you $1 billion for nothing. They're not going to give you that. Otherwise, if I fucking get a fender bender and go to court and sue you for $1 billion, no, I'm going to sue you and I have to prove my damages in court. I have to prove my damages. Deontay Wilder's damages was $80 million. That's his damage. So if Tyson Fury didn't fight him, $80 million. $80 million and Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight for the WBC title. Yes, if he didn't fight in the trilogy. Yes. Cam Bozo is signed to fight for the belt. If Cam Bozo was signed to fight Devin Haney, then Devin can vacate the belts and fight Cam Bozo for nothing. They could just fight for no belts. He could vacate him right now. And the contract is not null and void because Devin is still fighting. There's no he ain't losing nothing. Ain't no damages. I'm still fighting you. I'm still fighting you. Brother.
If he signed to fight for the belts, and
Yes.
Devin vacates him, and he can no longer fight for all the belts because this sanctioned body over here is ordering this. This sanctioned body over there is ordering that. If that's a scenario, Cam Bozo will have recourse, bro.
That has nothing to do with Devin. Nothing. Nothing at all. Not a damn thing.
Yeah, it's only exclusive to the belt.
Bro, it would have to do with whatever promoter promised him the shot. You think Bob ever wanted to get through or something?
Brother, you do realize that Devin Haney versus Luke Campbell was signed, sealed, and delivered? And then Luke Campbell ended up fighting Lomachenko. Facts.
Yeah, Devin Haney was supposed to get that shot.
Didn't they call that a mandatory? K-Rod, BF is damn good enough. I don't think he needs your help.
Sorry.
He's damn good enough. I don't think he needs no help. All right? Neither one of us needs any help. We good. But it's all love,
K-Rod. Yeah, my brother. And before I go any further, bro, I know y'all enjoying this. And make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Knockout, bro. That he's an important person to me. So make sure y'all subscribe to my nigga. If y'all don't want to subscribe to him for me. All right.
And vice versa. This is my brother, so we just talking shit. We got a different opinion. And we got something going down in 17 minutes. It's gonna be lit too. But let's finish this.
Indeed. But I want people to understand something, bro. Like this is the type of conversations that I'm only going to get with Knock. And nobody else even make me have a conversation with. Just so everybody understands.
Hey, I feel this. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm over here feeling the same way. This shit fun. I'm over here like, damn, finally, somebody that makes me think a little. Somebody that just waiting on my turn, about to kill him and shit. This shit is fun.
Yeah, for sure. But so now I'm gonna get back to this, right? Because I want everybody to understand what I'm saying. The contract that Devin signed, right, was to fight for the belts. I'm not just saying this. He said that. All right? That he signed to fight for the belts. The fight was for undisputed. Right? It was for undisputed. The rematch was done. It was done, right? But it still required negotiating. I didn't say this. Devin said it. It still requires some negotiating. We have certain things like the money. We know the money, right? But there's other things that require negotiation. That's facts. The only way that Bozo was going to get a shot at all the belts is if Devin kept it. There is no rule. There is no mandate. There is no order for Devin to hold on to all the belts. You cannot force him to keep all the belts. You cannot force him at all. A champion can vacate whenever they want. Whenever they want. Devin can literally, at this exact moment, vacate every belt he has. He's still the ring champion. He's still the lineal champion. And he's still going to be fighting both. They're still going to fight. He can vacate every belt right now. There is nothing that anybody can do to stop him. Nothing. And what his words verbatim is, I can throw them in the ocean and let Bozo go swimming. That's what was told to me. Facts. I can throw them shits in the ocean Bozo want him. Go jump. Go jump. There's sharks in it. There's sharks in that water. You want him? Go get him. Facts. He can do that. There's nothing holding him. Nothing. And guess what, y'all? If Devin Haney threw the belt in the trash, if he threw him all away, he can still fight Bozo. He can still go to Australia and fight Bozo. Still. Hey, I'm obligating my contract. I'm fighting you. You're entitled to a rematch. I'm giving you a rematch. He can vacate his belt right now. Or of which we saw has already happened. He can postpone this fight for a Tank fight. If they were going to postpone the fight for a Loma fight, what if Loma beat him? So if Loma beats Devin, and what they were going to do, the only reason why that didn't happen is because Lomachenko wants a tuna. That's the only reason why it didn't happen. So if they would have postponed that fight, and Loma and Devin fought, and Loma won, I wonder, would you guys telling me, no, you can't fight Loma, you got to fight Devin again in the rematch? I wonder if that's what y'all would be telling me. I wonder if Top Rank would have said, okay, well, nope, Devin and Bozo, y'all are contractually obligated. No, it would not happen. That was not going to happen at all. If Loma beat Devin, Loma was going to fight Bozo. Because Bozo is contractually obligated to get a shot at the titles, not the human being, the titles. That's what he's contractually obligated for. Bob Arum said that. All right, I know this for a fact. I know this. He's contractually obligated for the titles, not Devin. So if Devin vacated it, what will happen is Bozo would just he get a shot at one of these titles as a mandatory against somebody down there, one of those guys. And Devin would fight Tank Davis, but you don't even need a vacate. You don't need a vacate at all. He can just fight Tank. No one's talking about that scenario. My brother Knockout wants to keep putting in the contract that contractually obligated, of which we've already saw history of them shits getting postponed. He could just fight Tank, and I'm gonna give you another scenario to this, because Bozo is obligated to fight for the belts. If Tank beats him, then he gets a shot at the money man. He can literally petition and fucking try to take this man down and take him to court and all kind of weird ass shit, or maybe have all kind of conversations going around the world that this man deserves a shot at Tank Davis. The same way that if Loma beat Devin, then Loma was going to fight Bozo. It's a bigger bag fighting Tank, and everybody knows this. So if Tank beats Devin, then Bozo could be talking about, I want my shot at Tank. He wants payday. Yeah. Ain't nobody talking about that though. So I'm guessing we just think Dev's just gonna beat Tank and he's gonna beat Tank, so we don't even want that. We just want Dev to honor his contract because he's gonna beat Tank. If Tank's gonna beat him, isn't that better for Bozo? Since Bozo is obligated to the belts.
Man, Tank will stop Devin. But continue. I'm gonna go back on mute.
Oh, no. And Tank stops Devin, so isn't that better for Bozo?
I mean, it could be. It could be,
Yeah,
bro.
I didn't ask you if it could be, King. I asked you, isn't Tank the money man?
I mean, see, that depends, bro. Like, I mean, if we keeping it real, Tank is the money man with the revenue he generating. He the money man with the fucking with like the pay-per-view numbers and shit. But if I'm a fighter and shit, if I'm being real, if I'm a fighter, shit, Devin opponents make more money. So shit. So that, I mean, Tank is to the promoters and the networks and shit, but Devin will get you some more bread and shit. You know what I mean? Like, you didn't Kim Bozo just made like $10 million or some shit, bro? Like nah. I mean, the fight, money man for me and you, Javante Davis. Money man for Kim Bozo, you can get your ass in there with Devin Haney, dog. You gonna get $500,000, get your ass knocked out fucking with Tank. Devin at least get you a few million. You know what I'm saying? You still gonna get your ass whooped, but
yeah, I mean, we know the deal, but I'm not speaking for diehards, right? When you start saying like that, you might lose people. So you got to keep it more casual. Like if me and you was just talking, to just me and you, well, we can speak. We know the real, right? We know the real. But the casual boxing fan is going to say that the money you're going to make your biggest bag fighting Tank, which is not true. So I was speaking more casual when I said what I said.
Right? I got you, but then to answer your question that way, hell yeah, he the money man.
Yes. So casually speaking, if you get an opportunity. That's like getting an opportunity to fight Floyd. Now, again, I'm speaking casual. You know, get an opportunity to fight Floyd or Andre Berto. you're gonna fight Floyd, bro. If you got that opportunity, you're gonna fight Floyd. That's what you're gonna do, right? That's what Canelo Alvarez did. Floyd Mayweather told him, "You fight Ernest, you fight what's his name? What the fuck dude name he won WBA belt from? But you fight him, right?
Austin
and then I'll
Trout.
fight you." No, Canelo did. Yeah, Trout, Austin Trout. You beat Trout, I'll fight you. And then Canelo went and did it, and then he got Floyd Mayweather. So if they told Bozo, "You beat Devin, you get Tank," or if Devin beats Tank, I mean if Tank beats Devin, then you get Tank. You're telling me that Bozo, casually speaking, Bozo's gonna say, "Nope, I ain't doing it."
He wouldn't say no, but they can't put Tank Davis in the contract. They got no control over him, so they can't.
No, I
You
didn't
know what I
say
mean?
that.
Like that shit. Yeah, they can't put him in there. Like, yo, if you do this, you get a shot at Tank. Like that's that whole fucking Terrence Crawford thing. Like, we guarantee you a Spence fight. Like, what?
Yeah, like, fuck.
Who told you to sign that shit?
Yeah, that was some dumbass shit. That's a whole different conversation. That was some dumbass shit. How the fuck
Hey,
you gonna get
yeah, real quick, bro. You know I gotta get ready for my picture.
Oh, damn, my nigga got a dick. Fuck.
Yeah, I got a dip. Dog, hey, bro. Fucking great conversation. I appreciate you having me up. I knew this was coming. You was doing little Haney lives and shit. He's like, I know Knockout is gonna come and fit you. I know he's gonna hit the leaky fit.
Yeah, I wanted to do it on your page, but I wanted to.
We'll do it on this or something else, bro. We gonna get it in for the people.
We gonna have to,
bro. I just want people to know. I want to do this shit though, bro, because I wanted people to know, like, you can like hit the motherfucking link. Like, the graveyard only get hostile for you if number one you come with bullshit, or if number two you don't show no motherfucking respect. Like, if you show respect, your opinion can be different. Because I couldn't disagree with BF more, but we didn't do the shit that other people do. So for everybody watching in the background, right, scared to hit the motherfucking like button, but I know you watching. Go ahead and hit the motherfucking link. Quit being so goddamn scary. Or if you are scared, I'll temper him down a little bit for y'all on my page. I'll let you talk. You know what I'm saying? He'll still probably do you dirty. You understand what I'm saying? But you come on over there, I'll let you talk, let you get your rounds off and shit, and you can do it over there. But quit being so goddamn scary to hit the link. It's just a motherfucking boxing conversation. BF, I'm gone. I'll see you in about 45 minutes, bro. Take it easy, dog.
Hey, I'm gonna hit you up, man. Make sure I know Mrs. Knockout gonna hold me accountable to my push-ups. I'm gonna hit you up. I'm gonna do my push-up for Mrs. Knockout, so you can go ahead and do your you can get to your live, and then I'll jump on with
you. Yeah, I'm gonna get to it, and then you can just hop on and maybe knock him out right before the debate, bro, and then we'll get it popping.
For sure.
All right, bro. See you soon, dog.
Peace, kid. Peace. My brother cried.
Yes, sir.
BF, I can up. I'm about to wrap this up, but go ahead and talk to the people, man. Let's talk a little bit. I got a few more minutes. Let's just chop it up. What did you think about what my homie Knockout said about Tank?
I think it was just a bunch of confusion, hearsay. I think Gervonta has all the power to fight all the big names, but I kind of feel like he's ducking, a lot of the tough opposition. I mean, that's just my, thoughts, like internally. But at the end of the day, man, it's just like, I just think Gervonta, like, he just needs to get these fights in before he gets old, because by the time when he hits like 30, 31, I'm not going to want to see Tank in big fights, because I already know what's going to happen. Like, Gervonta is going to get matched up with somebody tough that's, like, literally in their prime, and he could very well get knocked out. Like, I don't want to see that happen for him. I want to see Gervonta be like the new Money Mayweather, but, like, he's, like, taking all the best fights in, but he's also garnering a lot more experience by taking the biggest risks in his career. So at the end of the day, it's like Gervonta, he has to be a man of his word, because he can't stand behind Calvin Ford and Leonard Ellerby and anybody that's working with him behind closed doors, just to make all these like weird beloved promises that aren't going to be delivered. It's either now or never. So I just want to see Tank do this, and I think it's best for him to start doing it now. I'd probably like to see this happen by the end of this year or the start of next year.
Let me explain something to everybody. I'm gonna caveat off what my nigga Cry just said while I'm hooking up my nigga E White. I'm hooking my nigga E White up because E White got shitted on because they shadow banned him and shit. So let me hook my nigga E White up while I'm talking about this. Right. This is what I want people to understand. I want y'all to understand. Um, Tank Davis is one of the best fighters on the planet. All right, he's one of the best fighters on earth. All right, I believe that. You can't tell me. I'm not trying to hear nothing, bro. I'm not trying to hear. You could say that he's no Tank ain't that and Tank ain't this. I believe that Tank Davis is one of the best fighters in the world. I know motherfuckers get mad. Oh, Tank is a star. Tank is. I know. I understand. My nigga E White, yo, that. All right, I'm gonna have to do it a different way. But I got you though, E White. BF got you. I gotta do it a different way though. The problem that I have is not necessarily with Tank necessarily, right? The problem that I have is more so with where Tank is going to be at when he finally fights somebody. That's where he's going to be at, right? Eventually, they're going to put him in there with somebody, or maybe they won't, right? Maybe they won't put him in there, and let's not get it twisted, bro. Tank Davis can arguably beat every fucking body. I'm not sitting here saying a hater and it can never happen. He can arguably beat everybody. He can arguably beat everybody. The problem is the toughest competition he had was Pitbull Creek. A nigga that nobody gave a fuck about. Nobody, like I told y'all, 5 motherfuckers knew who he was. Nobody cared about Pitbull Creek. No one. All right. Tank Davis is in the prime of his career right now. And what I fear is that they're going to keep putting this man in there with these guys that are nowhere near his level. There's no way in hell he should have fought Rolly Romero. Rolly Romero is garbage. There is no way in hell that man should have even been. Bro, if Rolly Romero wanted to go to a Tank fight, he should have sat in the stands. He should have bought a ringside seat. He is not. There is no way. There is no time ever in the history of mankind where Rolly Romero is on the same level as Tank Davis. Ever. But yet he got that fight all the same. Yet he got it all the same. Now, what I fear is going to happen is that they're going to keep putting him in there with these guys of lesser competition, and somebody's going to end up beating him. Someone of a lesser competition, someone that can't fuck with him, someone that's not on his level, that shouldn't even be in the ring, is going to end up getting lucky. That's what I fear. All right? If Tank Davis loses to a Devin Haney, well, you lost to one of the greatest fighters, one of the best fighters in boxing. All right? If you lose to a Lomachenko, okay, all right, well, the speed, the combination, the footwork, and the angles. You lost to somebody that they say is the greatest fighter since Muhammad Ali. If you lose to Julio, Cuellar, Chavez, Ramirez, Rodriguez, if you lose to that nigga, they're going to slaughter this man. They're going to slaughter this man, bro. That's what I fear. They're going to put him in there with somebody that he should demolish. And it's just not going to be his night. It's going to be their night. On any other day, he beats that man. On any other day. But just that night, that Julio, Cuellar, Chavez, Ramirez, Rodriguez, Gonzalez beats him. Then what? Then what, y'all? Then what? If Julio, Chavez, Ramirez, Gonzalez, Rodriguez beats this man, what is Tank Davis then? What is he then? And that's what I fear. And I was trying to tell you in the beginning of this live. You are who you beat. Not correction. You are who you fight. You are who you fight. Not who you beat, who you fight. Who you beat gives you that extra that extra kick. Adrian Broner been losing to everybody. And he's still one of the biggest names in the sport of boxing because he's fought them. Sean Porter lost all the top fights he fought in. That's what they say. All top fights he lost them. Yet Sean Porter's name rings bells because he fucking fought them. Yeah, he fought them. If Sean Porter did not fight them, Sean Porter would be a linebacker that nobody gave a fuck about. He fought them. That's why his name rings bells. Sean Porter is who he fought, not who he lost to, who he fought. Adrian Broner is who he fought, not who he lost to, who he fought. There is niggas right now who won't fight Chino Madonna and wouldn't have fought Chino Madonna back then. No fucking way he hit too hard. No, they would not have fought no fucking Chino Madonna. Wouldn't happen. Wouldn't. And Floyd Mayweather fought Chino Madonna after Adrian Broner fought Chino Madonna. He didn't fight him before that. He fought him after. Facts. All right. So I just want I wanted everybody to understand. If Tank Davis is put in there with Julio Chavez, Ramirez, Gonzalez, and he has an off night and fucking loses, and you are who you fight, then what? What are y'all gonna say? This is when no one wants to talk about this. He thinks this man is unbeatable. He won't lose to nobody. Then what? If he loses to one of these bum-ass niggas who shouldn't be in the fucking ring with him, then what? Who would Sugar Ray Robinson be if he didn't fight Jake LaMotta 6 times? Would he still be the greatest fighter ever? If he didn't lose to Jake LaMotta and then come back and beat him 5 more times? I mean, bro, who would Rocky Marciano be if he didn't fight Ezra Charles? If he didn't fight Joe Louis? Who would Rocky Marciano be? Who would he be?
Wait,
you can't even name, bro. Name 10 mother. This dude is 49-0. Name me 10 niggas Marciano fought. And don't name Ezra Charles. And don't name Joe Louis. Name me 10 niggas he fought. 49-0. Everybody talk Rocky Marciano, The Rock. Rocky Marciano. You are who you fought. Name me 10 niggas out of 49 that Rocky Marciano fought without naming Joe Louis and Ezra Charles. Name 10. You are who you fought. That's who you are. That's who you are. Who you fought. Not who you beat, who you fought. And if Tank Davis is to lose to one of these bum-ass niggas that they keep putting you in there with, they keep putting you in there with some bum-ass niggas, and you fuck around and it's not your night. It's not your night. Then what? Then what? My nigga DeMarcus Mack named Jersey Joe Walcott. I said name 10. He fought 49 fighters. 49. Name 10. Average Joe says, y'all putting a lot on Tank. There's other weight classes. Or why not fight Shakur like Floyd said? Tank like 5'5". Wow. Average Joe, I know you're not serious. Average Joe, I know Average Joe is not serious. Brother, I know you're not serious. Brother, I know you're not serious, brother. And I got no beef with Average Joe. Homie, I know you ain't serious. Y'all putting a whole lot on Tank? What the fuck? So what do you want us to do? You want us to just, what, pay for him fighting bums and nothing else? That's it? So you don't want him to fight nobody? I know, my homie, Average. I got no beef with you, bro. But I know you're not serious. I know you ain't serious, bro. I know you ain't serious. I know you ain't. I know you're not serious. So you don't want Tank to fight nobody. There's other weight classes. So why not Shakur fight? Why not fight Shakur? So Tank Davis, who is 5'5", that you claim, 5'5", fights at 135. Fights at 135. You don't want the undisputed champion at 135 to fight another fighter at 135. but you want the undisputed champion at 135 to fight the guy at 130. That's what you want. Bro, I know, my brother. I know you tripping, homie. I know, and I don't got no beef. A queen is in the motherfucking building. Salute to my queen. Bro, I know you tripping, bro. I know, homie tripping. I know homie tripping. I know homie tripping, dog. I know he tripping. Dog. I know he tripping. He's putting a light on Tank, bro. I know you saying Floyd ain't having it. I know you said Floyd ain't having it. I heard you, King. I heard you. We putting a lot on Tank. Wow. Wow. That's pride. That statement right there says a lot, homie. Said a lot.
Yeah, that's just.
It says that. Yeah, because they don't believe Tank can beat everybody that, like I believe he can beat everybody from 140 and down. I think the only person who he's going to have a tough fight with, and he more than likely will not win, is Devin. That's the only one. I think he beats everybody else.
Do you think Shakur?
That's what I believe.
Do you think Shakur? Do you think Shakur has any advantages over Tank that he could exploit?
Yeah, of course. Of course he got advantages. Shakur got a lot of advantages, man. He's taller, rangier. He's got a superior upper body movement. You know what I'm saying? He's got really good reach. He's a great counter puncher. What I believe is going to be a difference in that is the fact that he plants his feet too much. That's what I believe. I'm not saying that Shakur can't beat him. I just think Tank's going to catch him, and that's going to be the end of it. Shakur might be beating him. Shakur might be up. He might be up on his scorecards, in all honesty, and then get caught and get put to sleep. And Tank can do that to anybody. He can do that to Devin, too. I just believe that Devin, I know Devin is not flat-footed like that. He's more fleet of foot. He won't be able to get hit like that.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no reason for him to be.
Yeah.
Like Shakur walks people down. That's what he does, right? He sticks bow. He just keeps walking you down. Bow, bow, bow. The problem with that is, if you're walking somebody down, you throw that punch, and you miss it, and he fucking slips it and lunges at you with that fucking hook. That's it, bro. That's fucking. It's over with.
Yeah, Gervonta has a really good. He has a really good defensive ring IQ to know where, know where your tendencies are. Because I guess the greatest example of that would be the Jose Pedraza fight, where Pedraza thought he was hurting Tank, so Tank was kind of luring him into those shots, and then he saw that right opportunity to hurt Jose Pedraza, and he just crushed him. And Pedraza, he looked really defeated after Gervonta knocked him down.
Here's my thing. You guys keep telling me about how Shakur beats Devin, how Tank beats Devin. Y'all keep telling me this. Y'all keep telling me over and over and over again. Shakur beats Devin. Tank beats Devin. I see my brother Black Belt Ben saying, "Oh man, if Devin and Tank fight, bro, we'll put some money on it. We'll put a little bet on it." How about you tell Tank to fight him first? How about that? How about you tell Tank to fight him, and then let's talk after. All this conversation that you guys give me right now is irrelevant. That's like telling me, yo, BF, if the Loch Ness Monster and Godzilla ever fight, I got the Loch Ness Monster. Bro, you're telling me some irrelevant shit. How about you tell your guy to fight him first? How about that? Tell Tank to fight Devin first. All right? Now, I got no beef with y'all know I love him. Y'all know I will defend that man on all costs, except this one, because this man, he is ducking Devin Haney. I don't care what y'all say, however you want to slice it. He's not scared of no one in the world. I believe if you put him in the ring with Devin, if you put him in a room, he'll fight them all of them the same night. Shakur, Devin, Gary, Colbert, he'll fight all of them. He'll fight Frank Martin, he'll fight all of them. All of them. I believe he'll fight all of them. I don't see no fear. He'll fight Keyshawn, he'll fight all of them on the same night. I believe that. You can't tell me he wouldn't. I believe it. Don't bet me for something that this man is not doing and refusing to do. You're betting me if the Loch Ness Monster beats King Kong or Godzilla. That's what you want to bet on. Man, if Godzilla, tell y'all what, if Godzilla was ever to get his hands on King Kong, the Loch Ness Monster, if Godzilla got his hands on the Loch Ness Monster, man, it's over. Listen, bro, Godzilla can swim too. Niggas trying to break down their motherfucking skill sets and shit. Oh, man, listen, the Loch Ness Monster, though, you can't even find the Loch Ness. The Loch Ness Monster's smooth with it, though. He's smooth. He is barely seen. We saw moves of King Kong, of Godzilla. We saw moves. Yeah, but Godzilla can swim, man. He can swim. Godzilla can swim. He can swim his ass off. Man, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I love my nigga Black Belt Ben laid to death, and I ain't trying to hear none of that. Let's make the fight first. Then we'll talk. Let's make the fight. And at this particular moment, there is one fighter that wants it, and there is one fighter that does not. The undisputed champion of the world wants it. The undisputed champion of the world was forced to fight Bozo because Tank wouldn't fight him, and neither would Loma. I understand some people are not going to like that statement. It is the truth. All right? I have defended Tank Davis for years. I will keep defending Tank Davis because I am a Tank Davis fan. I am Team Tank. I am just not a liar. Just not a liar. All right? You said, Devin, you win, you fight me next. He didn't say when you fulfill your contractual obligations. But that's what everybody wants to come tell me. Everybody wants to come tell me, oh man, listen, bro, he gotta do it. Y'all out here trying to save Tank Davis. Oh man, he out here, listen, bro, Devin gotta do his contract though. He gotta do his contract, man. Devin gotta do his contract, man. That's what it is, man. Devin, he gotta fight his guy, he gotta do his mandatory. He got his mandatory obligation, man. He can't fight him, man. He gotta do his mandatory obligation. Devin can't fight him. Why not? Why you think trying to save this man? What are you trying to save him from? If you believe he beat Devin Haney, what are you trying to save him from? Shouldn't you be pushing for it? If you truly believe he beat Devin, wouldn't that make the guy you rock with the undisputed champion of the world? Black Belt Ben said, Bill told Devin he would drop the belt. He still got it. So you want Devin to drop the belts with nothing to come back. My brother, you make absolutely no sense whatsoever. None. You make no sense at all. Trill Bill said, drop the belt. He said he would drop the belt if you think that's a problem with making this fight. If you think it's a problem, he'll drop the belt. If you're willing to fight us and you think us holding on to these belts is going to affect the fight, we will drop them. They said they want to fight Ryan Garcia, so Devin kept it. So my nigga Black Belt Ben is saying that Devin should just drop the belts right now and sit there and hope and pray that Tank says, I guess I'll fight Devin. Stop the cap! Stop the cap! If that's the case, why does Tank still got his belt? The last I checked, Tank is a WBA regular champion. So why don't Tank vacate his belt? Let me guess. Y'all don't want to talk about that, though, right? Y'all want to talk about that? So Devin got to vacate 4 belts, but Tank don't got to vacate nothing. Nothing. None at all. No conversation, no nothing. Nothing. Well, what is we doing right now? And to my nigga Black Belt Ben's point, my nigga Knockout said that Devin has leverage because he has the belts. That's what my nigga Knockout said. Well, what leverage does Devin have if Tank is not fighting him? When Devin said, I only want to fight 2 fighters, Tank and Loma. So what leverage does Devin have? What leverage? What leverage do those belts have? If the only two fighters that he wanted to fight, he is in the position to fight them both, and neither one of them will fight him. What leverage is that? Yeah. So listen, y'all got leverage. Y'all got leverage to click the link in the graveyard. I'm just not going to put you on the screen. So what leverage do you got? Somebody let me know. What leverage you got? My nigga Crowd knows all about this. My nigga Crowd always comes in at the tail end of my live stream, and he never gets on. So if my nigga Crowd had leverage in the yard when he clicked the link, then he automatically jumped on the page. Isn't that correct, Crowd?
Yes.
Okay, so then I'm going to ask, so what leverage does Devin have if the fighters he wants to fight still are not fighting him and he's undisputed? What leverage does he got?
None.
So what is we talking about, dog? This is Tank Davis is ducking Devin Haney. Lomachenko is ducking Devin Haney. There is no reason for those guys to fight anybody else. Bro, let me ask you something. If undisputed is the best thing in your division or the sport of boxing, if that's what everybody's goal is, to get to undisputed, why is anybody trying to fight anybody not named Devin? Why is anybody trying to fight anybody not named Devin? And shout out to Frank Martin for saying that he will fight Devin. I know, Black Belt Ben. I know about the conversation, homie. BF knows about the conversation. I know. Black Belt Ben, you do realize Trail Bill called me while I was live. We talk damn near every day. And I have never lied to that man, and I will never lie to that man. Not gonna lie. I know what the conversation was. Trust me, I know. Now, explain to me why Bill and Devin would drop the belts if they don't have 10 days. What would be the point of that? What would be the point? If they had the belt, I mean, if Tank Davis who said, I will fight you next. That's what he said. And then they are the A side. They send a contract to Devin. Here you go. If Devin doesn't sign, if Devin doesn't drop the belt, I'm going in. Let me say it again. And I talk to Trill almost every day. I talk to Devin a lot, but I talk to Trill almost every day. If they sent Devin and Trill, if they sent them a contract and said, we will fight you, but we don't want the belt. We don't want it. Drop those belts and we'll fight you. If they sent them a contract and Devin didn't sign that, I'm going in. I'm going all the way in. All kinds of. I'm getting him back to the yard. He coming back to the yard anyway. But I'm getting him back to the yard. He gonna have some explaining to do. Let's see, he wouldn't put me in that position. Because that's the fight he wants. He's already undisputed. He don't need the belts no more. He's already there. So yes, they can vacate the belts. Yes. They can drop the belts and fight Tank Davis. Yes. Because Bozo is contractually obligated to fight for the belts. He is not contractually obligated to fight Devin Haney. He is contractually obligated to fight Devin Haney if Devin Haney has all the belts. If Devin don't have the belts, then what is he fighting Devin for? But anyways, man, let me get the fuck up out of here, man. Cry, tell the people I can find you so I can wrap this up, man.
Yep. Thank you for having me on. Y'all can find me over at KRAS7435. That's my main YouTube page. I also have a podcasting channel that's in the description of my videos. And if you guys want to give me a follow on Instagram, it's Kieran Rodriguez 6. So thank you very much.
This show, family. Peace to my homie Cry.
Yep.
Hey, so listen, bro. BF gonna be over. I'm gonna be over on my brother Knockout Boxing page. This is the link. I'm gonna be over there debating my brother OTB. Shout out to my brother OTB. Shout
Awkward punches, always rolling, switching and shit like that, bro. Victor Tony fights the same way. But he's taller than Dante Stubbs. A little bit better record. You know, a younger fighter, younger in his career. Stephen L. the Mac, what up? So Asante L. Asante L. Let me get you right, Asante. Salute to Asante. Welcome to the game, bro. Yeah. So for Troy Isley, he physically strong. He can counterpunch. Good variety to his damn punches, bro. Levels up, down, left hook down to the body, right straight down to the body. I jab you, stab you to the body. I jab you up top, moving forward behind. Good counter punching and good boxing ability. He too is an Olympian. Just nice, bro. Troy Isley is nice. That straight right and that left hook, though, nasty, bro. That straight right and that left hook, nasty from Troy Isley, bro. I got Troy Isley beaten. Victor Tony, the only question I have is it by decision or is it by knockout? Victor Tony got 5 knockouts in his 6 victories, so he has shown good power, but he ain't fought nobody like Troy Isley. Troy Isley got way better pedigree, way better skills. He's going to win this fight. I ain't going to lie to y'all. That plus 160 KO, it's enticing, bro. It's enticing, but it's 6 rounds. And he just struggled with a guy that's not as good as Victor Tony, not as awkward as Victor Tony, but Dante Stubbs was a tough dude. I don't know if Victor Tony can take the heat that Troy Isley is bringing. I'm going to be mad if Troy Isley get the knockout because I'm going to pick him by decision. I'm going to go Troy Isley by decision, but I will not be surprised. I will not be shocked if Troy Isley get the knockout in like the 4th or 5th round, bro. But I'm going to pick him by decision, like 60-54, bro. I want to pick the knockout, bro. I want to. But Victor Tony, bro, fighters like that, 1 loss, 5 knockouts, and 6 victories, highly confident fighters and shit, bro, like, they gotta get stopped. They gotta get stopped before I believe it. They gotta get stopped. I got you, BF. I just got your text, bro. Let me y'all give me a minute. I gotta send BF something real quick. Next fight we gonna do is going to be Andres Cortez versus Abraham Montoya. I'm gonna get that to y'all. Give me 1 second though. Let me shoot my brother this link. All right, BF, I just sent it to you. Okay, so what's up, Keezy Hayes? I see you in the building. Who else? Queen 71. I see you, Jerome King. What's up? NGZ03. Salute to you. Ratchet since 91. Salute to you. Salute to everybody in the building, bro. So Andres Cortez versus Abraham Montoya. We'll be getting to the debate in about 15 minutes, y'all. Once we get through these picks, we'll get BF and we'll get OTB up here and we'll get it popping. And let me get this up here, bro, because y'all need to see that. That's a real prediction record. Yeah. Get that up there for y'all. Jerome says, can't wait for this debate. Yeah, it's going to be a fire one. Andres Cortez versus Abraham Montoya. Minus 700 for Cortez to get the victory. Minus 200 for the fight to go to decision. Plus 250 for Cortez to get the KO. Montoya is a plus 450 underdog. Plus 1,000 to get both a decision and a knockout. Montoya, 28 years old. Out of Mexico. Orthodox, 5'6.5", 68-inch reach. All right, BF. What up, BF? 5'6.5", 68-inch reach. You got me on your YouTube, bro. What up, BF?
Oh, you got me on the YouTube?
Yeah, I can hear your YouTube, bro.
You got me on your YouTube, bro. What up, BF? Oh, you got me on the YouTube? Oh, let me turn my shit off. Yo, you going? Oh, hold on, let me turn my shit off. Oh, let me turn my shit off. Yeah, you go. Oh, hold on, let me turn my shit off. All right, there we go. So look.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna do my push-ups for you, dog. You want me to do them? You want me to do them now? I was gonna do
Yeah,
them
you can
for
go ahead. You can go ahead and knock them out real
I was
quick
gonna do them
while
while
I'm
you
giving
cook.
this pick. Hey, y'all make sure y'all count him, man. Don't let BF cheat. I'm gonna keep making my pick, but y'all go ahead and let him count him, and then we'll have him back once we get the debate started in about 15 minutes, man. But go ahead, BF, do your thing, man. Do your thing, bro. I appreciate you.
All
You
right,
pick
bet.
big. What you call his ass? Big pudding? You call it?
Yeah, that's big pudding. I pick pudding, dog.
Goddamn pudding, man. Shit. E White with that super chat with the $2. He said, respect to the platform. Appreciate you, bro. But yeah, Andres Cortez, 25 years old, Orthodox fighter, 5'7", 65-inch reach, fighting out of Las Vegas. And then you got Abraham Montoya, 28 out of Mexico, Orthodox fighter, 5'6.5", 68-inch reach. Montoya, 20 wins, 3 losses, 1 draw, with 14 wins by way of knockout. And then Andres Cortez, 17 wins, no losses, with 10 wins by way of knockout. Look, Abraham Montoya, persistent, throws wide punches. He's slow as hell though, bro. But he don't stop. He don't stop coming. He don't stop coming at all. I try to fix it, TZ. He don't stop coming at all, bro. At all. Like he just fought Gabe Flores. Gabe Flores escaped with the victory, but Montoya was putting it on his ass towards the end of that fight. And he looking for a slugfest. Your typical Mexican style, come forward, wide punches, not behind a jab, not behind footwork, but he coming, bro, and he gonna be there all night unless you can get rid of him. Ain't nobody been able to get rid of him yet. He showed to be doable, and he showed that he can take a shot. For Andres Cortez, he trying to parry your shit. What's up? My camera off, bro. Everybody keeps saying my camera off. It look good on the stream, y'all. Oh, I do see it's a little fuzzy, bro. Hold on. Nah, my camera good. BF camera is out, but we good, bro. We good. Andres Cortez defense is leaky. He got pretty fast hands. Oh, it's fuzzy. All right, yeah, it should get right, bro. Sometimes it do that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It should get right. You good, BF? You knocked him out?
Hold on a second. I got you though.
Okay, yeah, do your thing whenever you're ready, bro. Yeah, so for Andres Cortez, defense is leaky, pretty fast hands, good punch variation. When his defense is going good, though, he parry with shots well. He roll with shots well. You know what I mean? He always picking at your hands so he can counter you and shit. And he sometimes try to roll with him. His feet can be fast when he needs to, but he gets him in position to plant his feet to where he can throw good shots in his offense, man. Good variation to it. Right hands, left hands downstairs, left hooks, right hands up top. Really, really good at picking his shots and being very accurate with his shots. He's undefeated for a reason, and you can tell that that Top Rank is really trying to move him. He is going to pick Abraham Montoya apart. It's an 8-round, 130-pound fight. I don't know if I can pick him to stop Montoya, but Montoya get hit so easy, bro. Appreciate you, BF. I have you back up for the debate, bro, in a few minutes, man. All right, so for Andres Cortez and Abraham Montoya, I know Montoya is gonna win the fight. He's a huge favorite. He should win the fight, right? The issue is he gonna get the stoppage tonight? Because it's plus 250 for the knockout, bro. Like Andres Cortez and Troy Isley, like them the ones that got me like, damn, bro. If I could bring myself to pick a knockout, bro, I'm gonna do it. The thing is, I'm gonna pick Andres Cortez to get the knockout in like the 6th or 7th round, and I'm not picking Troy Isley to get the knockout because I think Cortez is fighting a fighter that's way easier to hit, that's way less awkward. Yeah, y'all get the likes of 195 people, 136 likes. We about to get this shit going, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I got Andres Cortez, bro. I got him making pretty easy work of Abraham Montoya just because Abraham Montoya, he's just so much slower. And Andres Cortez's punches are straight, much better technique on him. And he's going to be catching Montoya in between a lot of his shots. And with 10 knockouts and 17 fights, and you can see that he got real pop on his punches, his power will stop Abraham Montoya from coming. And he may even push Abraham Montoya back in this fight at some points in this fight. But that's my pick for that fight, bro. I got Andres Cortez stoppage about the 6th or 7th round. Xander Zayas versus Elias Espadas is our next fight. 8-round, 154-pound fight. Plus 1,200 for Espadas. Xander Zayas is a minus 5,000 favorite, and this is one of, if not the best, 154-pound prospects that we have. Him and Jesus Ramos are kind of pushing neck and neck. Espadas, 31 years old, Orthodox fighter, fighting out of Mexico, 5'10", 74-inch reach, 22 wins, 4 losses, with 15 wins by way of knockout. Then you got Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas is 13 wins, no losses, 19 years old, Orthodox fighter. Let me see here. 5'10", 74-inch reach, fighting out of Puerto Rico. Let me text OTB real quick and make sure he's still on the way. All right, cool. And so for Espadas, look, man, he got a good jab, good movement. You know what I'm saying? His hands are low, and his reflexes are slow. So you'll see a fighter that has good eyes when you watch Espadas, and he'll try to roll, but by the time he get ready to roll with a shot, he done already got hit with it. He'll try to get his hand up. By the time he get it up, it's already around his guard. So he like a backup quarterback. I say it all the time. Battle ready fitness and defense. What up, bro? Salute to you. He like that backup quarterback. Like, you see the play and shit. You see what he's supposed to do, and he can see the read, but his arm just ain't good enough, bro. And so he can't get the ball to the open man down the field. That's kind of him in a nutshell in terms of he can see the punch he's supposed to throw. He can see the dude punching at him that he trying to get away from it. He just don't have the athletic ability or the skills to be able to get away from it, bro. You know what I mean? So that's him. Xander Zayas, look, man, my one knock on him was his patience about 4-5 fights ago. That shit went away. He done got better. His patience done got better. He got every punch in the book, puts combinations together very, very well. He's fluid, got nice different angles. He can counter punch you. He's defensively responsible. This is going to be a step up fight for him. This is going to be a fight where he's supposed to encounter a little resistance, but I think he's going to be smooth out there and make it look easy, bro. I think Xander Zayas is the goods, and he gonna make it look smooth out there, and he gonna make the shit look easy. Master Khalik, what up? I'm trying to tell y'all, he is going to make the shit look very, very easy out there, and he gonna do his thing. All right, I got you, Devon Sense. I'm gonna check it out. C Money Bed Style, what up? With the $5 in the super chat, he say, salute knockout. It's going down tonight. Brooklyn in the building. Shout out to Brooklyn, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate you for coming through and showing love. Okay, y'all salute OTB, so y'all see him. I ain't see him in the chat. I texted you OTB, but if you in here, we good then. Because I only got like 2 or 3 fights left, bro. Then we getting to the action. We getting straight to it. Appreciate that, Charles Young. Thank you, man. So yeah, Xander Zayas, unanimous decision is my pick. You know what I'm saying? I think he's just the goods, bro. He gonna show it to Elias. Elias is a fighter that's never been stopped, and he got 4 losses. So Xander gonna have to show me he can stop him, bro. He gonna have to show me he can stop him. Real talk. Pierre Ducharme with that $5 in the super chat. I appreciate you, Pierre. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. All right, man. We got 2 more fights. 2 more fights to do, and then we getting straight to the action, bro. 2 more fights, then we getting straight to the action. I'm gonna do Tevin Farmer versus Mickey Bay. Who y'all got, bro? Put it in the chat. Who y'all got in this fight, man? Who y'all got? I got 213 people in the building, 166 likes. Get picking Bay. You can make some money here. Minus 500 favorite, minus 275 to get the decision, plus 600 to get the knockout. Mickey Bay is a plus 350 underdog, plus 850 to get the knockout, plus 6,500 to get the decision. This is a 10-round, 135 7-inch reach out of Philly, 32 years old, 30 wins, 5 losses, 1 draw, 6 knockouts, and he's been knocked out 2 times. Then you got Mickey Bay, 5'9", 69-inch reach, Orthodox fighter, fighting out of Ohio, 39 years old, 23 wins, 3 losses with 1 draw and 11 wins by way of knockout. Shout out to, before I see who y'all picking in the fight, I just got my brother C Money Bed-Stuy Teakin. I don't know what that means, bro, but shout out to you, man. I appreciate you in that super chat. Let's see who y'all got, bro. Let's see who y'all is picking. All right. Get up here. All right, so Asia got Bay. Mike Biggs Boxing got Bay. Blake Porter got Farmer on points. Bumpy Thompson say Mickey Bay. Big Texas ATX Cletus Smith got Bay. Mickey gonna shock a lot of people, says Jay Wash. Charles Young got Tevin Farmer. Mickey Bay for Deacon Dollars. Mickey Bay for Jonathan Simon. Shout out, Jonathan. What up, bro? Kelly Thompson got Bay. Master Khalid got Tevin. King Vonnie 86 got Mickey Bay. Divine Sense got Mickey Bay. Cassandra got Mickey Bay. Do a poll on it. All right, yeah, I'll do a poll on Mickey Bay and Tevin Farmer real quick. That ain't no problem. Who you got? Bay? Farmer. Easy. Easy. I'm still gonna do Carmen Serene got Tevin Farmer. BYG got Tevin Farmer. Let me see here. TZ Frank got Mickey Bay. Dante Kennemore got Mickey Bay. D-Man got Mickey Bay. Eric Johnson got Mickey Bay. Mark West got Mickey Bay. Real Spill Midwest Boxing Talk got Mickey Bay. B-Dog got Mickey Bay. Kizzy Hayes got Mickey Bay. So does Sheena. Tevin Farmer for TJ. DS says my camera's crispy now. Thank you, DS. I'm trying. Case of Voice say Bay not winning. All right, so a lot of people got Mickey Bay. People got draws and shit. Oh, there we go. See, money, this is what he meant. Tevin, my eyes are bad. I got you. All right, so Mickey Bay, 39 years old. He an educated boxer with a nice jab, got good eyes in there. He's always lacked power. He's a pop shotter. He ain't trying to put no punches together. He working behind his jab, using his movement, using his boxing skills. May let go of a right hand every now and then, but he ain't putting no punches together. Don't look for no threes and fours. Don't look for that shit when you're dealing with Mickey Bay. Look for a jab. Maybe he'll double pump the jab. Maybe he'll pop shot with the right hand. Maybe check you with a left hook. But that's it. Very defensively responsible. Looking to be a boxer in there, bro. Looking to be a boxer in there. Reflexes. Okay? They have started to dwindle. Both of these fighters are coming off a long layout, but I need you to understand something. Mickey Bay done fought 2 times in 5 years, bro. Shout out to Mr. Turner. You've been showing big love, man. Appreciate you, Mr. Turner. Says, with the $10 super chat, says, I got Bay. He's been waiting and pleading to get in the ring again. LOL. Gonna be a good fight. All right, so Mickey Bay clearly is not in his prime, bro. Not in his prime. But Mickey Bay has always had a jab. He's always been an educated boxer. It's just, will he hold up? What's the ring rush looking like? 2 fights in 5 years. Like we talk about Keith Thurman, bro. 2 fights in 5 years. That man fought in 2018, took a year off, fought in 2019. Now he's fighting again in 2022. What up with it, Goon? Salute. Come on, man. Like, I don't know. Then we got Tevin Farmer coming off of a 2-year layoff on his own. Ali Point VTV with the $5 super chat says, let's get this money. I'm all the way up. Look, Tevin Farmer is a very slick boxer, good head movement, really looking to roll and counter with you, extremely good defensively, but that's where it stopped. He can throw every punch offensively. He just can't, you know what I'm saying, punch his way out of a wet paper bag. He ain't got no power. The man got 5 knockouts and damn near 40 fights. And he didn't look good in his last fight against JoJo Diaz. So, like, bro, this is a hard fight to call because I tell you what, I don't think it's going to be the most entertaining fight. You know, Mickey Bay did look good against Cambosos, TJ, but that was in 2019, bro. I don't know how you can get better at something by doing it way less. And I like Mickey Bay, but I can't go with the 39-year-old dude that got two fights in 5 years, bro. Because the 32-year-old that's way more vibrant, got a way longer career ahead of him if he can win. He got more than fight for, bro. Tevin Farmer can't lose his fight. If Mickey Bay lose, people gonna be like, all right, cool. Like, I mean, we knew he was done anyway. So I'm gonna go with Tevin Farmer. I think he's the hungrier fighter. I'm going with him by decision. I do not think either one of these fighters gonna knock you know what I'm saying, knock the other one out. But I think Tevin Farmer a little bit slicker, a little bit quicker, a little bit better reflexes. I just like, bro, like down there at lightweight, bro, I can't be picking no 39-year-old that never had power anyway, that was showing lack of reflexes. 2 fights in 5 years now. I got Tevin Farmer. And anybody who want bet push-ups, let me know in the chat right now, because I got to move on to the last fight before I bring my brothers up here, man. Anybody want to bet? Anybody want to bet? I got Mickey Bay losing by decision. Do we got any bets? We can have a push-up. We can have a push-up challenge, bro. 25 push-ups for whoever want to take it. Johnny Q, what up? Yeah, rolling with the punch. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how you get better at something by doing it way less, bro. Usually you got to do shit more to get better. Anybody? It was a lot of y'all picking Mickey Bay. Hey, we locked in, bro. We locked in, fam. We locked in. 25 push-up, me and A1 Hoops on. We locked in. Who else? 10 push-ups. All right, we can bet 10. Got 10 with Carmen Serene. I got Bay, I'll take it. BF got 25. All right. Anybody else before I move on? Last chance. There y'all go right there. A1 Hoops on. We locked in. He a man of his word. I'll take it. 25 diamond push-ups. I do them every day. That's a bet. All right, cool. Bet is closed, because if I lose, y'all ain't gonna have me up here doing 500 goddamn push-ups. Oh, damn. R West said lock me in too. Okay, that's it. No more after R West. All right. So I got R West. I got Devon. So y'all just remind me, bro. Because there's a lot of y'all. Queen 71 too late. Nope. I'm not doing 500 push-ups if I lose, man. I'm not doing it. All right, what up? Shout out to my sister-in-law or my brother-in-law, whichever one of you it is. Shout out to y'all. All right, yeah, keep them notes, baby. Yeah. Yeah, y'all think y'all gonna get out on me. She be knowing who owe the push-ups and shit, bro. She knows. All right, last pick. Teofimo versus Pedro Campo. Then we get into the goddamn debate, bro. We got to get to it, man. Teofimo Lopez, Pedro Campo. Junior welterweight, 140-pound fight. Teofimo's minus 3,000. Pedro Campos plus 1,000. Campos, 30 years old, out of Mexico, 5'9", orthodox fighter, 34 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw with 23 wins by way of knockout. Then you got Teofimo, 25 years old, orthodox fighter, 5'8", 68.5-inch reach, fighting out of Brooklyn. 16 wins, 1 loss, 12 wins by way of knockout. Pedro Campos got a big right hand. Head movement is minimal. He leans over his front foot a lot, but he's looking to come to you. He's looking to step to you. Looking to see if you guys can, get a little slug out and get it popping. But he's much more defensively responsible than you think. This is his first fight in the United States. And if you see how Top Rank has been promoting this fight, Pedro Campo is going into this fight needing a knockout to win. He's going into the fight needing a knockout, bro. They've been putting posters of damn Teofimo. They doing goddamn what they call them, like interviews and shit, one-on-one interviews with him. And so they really are trying to set him up to look good. And Teofimo is just a better, more proven fighter. No matter what you say about him outside the ring, if you don't like him, this young man is athletic, fast, explosive, powerful, nasty right hand. When he's using his jab, the jab is nice. He rolls and counters well with his uppercut. But in terms of his actual defense with the shoulder roll, that shit broke. That shit broke, bro. Like, he needs to maybe go to a high guard, start learning how to parry some shit. You know what I'm saying? Do something else. Because his shoulder roll, he get hit with the same overhand, right? He got hit with the same jump in jab by Loma. So he got hit with a straight left hand by Loma consistently. Got hit with an overhand right by Cambosos consistently. Nakatani gave him issues. And remember, he's fighting at 140 now, so guys are going to have the dimensions of Nakatani, but be more athletic and be better fighters than Nakatani. So, yeah, man. Yeah, bro, but he better than Campo, though. He way better than Campo. I got Teofimo, man. He should win this fight by knockout if I'm keeping it real with y'all. He should win this fight by knockout, and I'm going to pick him to do it. Teofimo, don't let us down. Teofimo, do not let us down, bro. Teofimo, by knockout, about somewhere between round 5 and round 8. That's all I got. That's the picks. Let me put this shit down. All right, I'm about to drop a link in the chat. This link is for Let me take this poll down. Let me take this damn poll down real quick. All right, this link is for BFTB Boxing, OTB Boxing Class 101, and my brother Goon. Okay. Now, I told y'all on the community page, we judging the rounds differently, bro. The community is still going to be involved. So from now on, the audience poll that we do, that's one vote. Goon is a guest judge tonight. He going to be the other vote. And then as the moderator, I'm the third vote. Whichever contestant wins, 2 out of the 3 votes, or if somebody just cooks somebody so bad and they win all 3 of the votes, that's who wins the round. So we're still doing the audience poll. The audience poll still matters. It still matters a lot because it does count for 1 vote. But now I need some more judging because at the end of the day, bro, at the end of the day, I want this to be as fair as possible for the people choosing to come put it all on the line and compete on the main stage. I'm from Dallas, Texas, Divine Sense, and I'm gonna rent you up, bro. Let me get you right. I'm from Dallas, Texas, born and raised, bro. Only time I left was to go to college, and I came right back home. All right, Gumbo with the $2 in super chat says T.O.B.'s Devin and Josh Taylor. So that's what we doing, bro. All right, just so y'all know how we judging. Now, you guys still get to vote. Your vote still matters, but it is not the end all be all. I will now have a vote, and then one guest judge will have a vote. And the thing is, we hold their feet to the fire. When the guest judge makes their vote, they have to tell you why they voted the way that they voted. All right, we ain't doing no favors and shit. If I don't like the explanation, I can veto everything because I know I'm unbiased. I know I'm gonna keep it real and all that shit. But we gotta do what we gotta do. But here we go, man. Debates right now, Deshaun. Debate is starting right now. So this link is for Goon, OTB, and BFTB. We about to get it popping. I'm gonna explain the rules to everybody, and then we gonna go. Let me pull up my little coin flip shit right there. All right, there we go. All right, let me drop this link for the people that's participating. All right, link is in the chat, bro. Link is in the chat. That link is for BFTB, OTB, and Goon only. All right. I got BF in the building. BF, what up, bro?
Hey, man, you ain't got to flip no coin. It's whatever he want to do.
Oh, shit. You coming out like that? Oh, damn.
Whatever
OTB,
he
where you at? Get on up here, bro. There he is. OTB, Goon, what up with y'all, man? How y'all doing?
Gentlemen, what's the deal, fellas?
What's
Not much,
popping,
man.
I
Not
can't
much.
call it,
Chilling. OTB, how you feeling, bro?
We good to go. We tapped in.
I bet, bro. Bet. So here's what we doing, man. So for this one, we got 3 rounds. 3 rounds, unlimited time for both rebuttals and for your round. The reason I did this is because that's what I told y'all when we started it. So yeah, man, we gonna do it like that and really try to make it as good as possible. Now for the 4th round, I get to choose it. No one knows what it is. And it's gonna be between me, and neither contestant gets to know what that 4th round is. And again, in terms of judging, so everybody is clear, the chat does have a vote. We'll put the poll up for y'all, but y'all only 1 vote. Goon is here to be the 2nd vote, and I'm gonna be the 3rd vote. Whoever wins 2 out of the 3 or all 3 will be the winner of that particular round. Now, I want to start off. OTB, tell us what we can expect tonight while I get these questions ready. I'm about to type them in here and stuff and start doing stuff in the background. But OTB, what can we expect from you tonight, man? And what's your final words to your opponent before we get started, bro?
You can expect all shots to be returned to sender. Period.
Okay. All right. BFTB, what can we expect from you tonight, bro?
Man, he know what it is. Yeah, everybody know what it is. He know what can you he know what it is. Dog. What's wrong with my man, dog? He know what it is, dog.
They wild, bro. They wild.
Yeah, crazy. All right, so OTB, BF, I'll flip the coin if you want me to, but BF said shit, man, ain't nothing he can choose. So do you
Man.
want to choose who go first or who goes second, or do you want me to flip the coin, bro?
Man, it's only right, man. Take off.
All right, so you want BF to go first. All right, BF, first round. Here's the first round. So for those y'all don't know, this is the Earl Spence Terrence Crawford debate. And long story short, my brother OTP believes they need each other. BF say they don't need a goddamn thing. They don't need each other. And so first we're gonna start off. Earl Spence needs Terrence Crawford. BF is arguing against this, and my brother OTB is arguing for this. And then we got rebuttals. BF, you got unlimited time. Me and Goon going on mute. OTB, you know the rules, man. Don't talk in between this round, or I will have to come in. I don't want to have to come in. I want to let you brothers cook. But first round, BF is on you. Earl Spence needs Terrence Crawford. Tell us why he don't.
Errol Spence don't need Terrence Crawford because what does he need him for? Errol Spence wants undisputed. A want and a need are not the same thing. Why? Well, he don't need him for nothing. He don't really need him for anything. Truth be told, if Terrence Crawford fights, if he's ordered to fight Virgil Ortiz and Virgil Ortiz is the mandatory, then what does he need Terrence Crawford for? If Terrence Crawford loses to Virgil Ortiz, the WBO belt belongs to Virgil Ortiz. So Errol don't need Terrence for anything. He needs a WBO belt for undisputed. He don't. Truth be told, he don't even need Terrence for undisputed, right? If this fight gets prolonged, blah blah blah. I know Errol's moving up, but if he stays here and it gets prolonged, then they're both going to have to fight mandatories. If Errol gets past Boots and Terrence happens to lose to Virgil Ortiz, not saying he will, but if he happens to lose, well, what will he need Terrence for then? So he don't need Terrence. So let's talk about money. Because I keep hearing people telling me, oh, he needs him. That's his biggest payday. It is not. It is his biggest payday right now. His biggest payday would be Canelo Alvarez. That's his biggest payday. All right. Right now, his biggest payday will be Terrence Crawford. Right now. Terrence Crawford, on the other hand, is not fighting Canelo Alvarez. So he's peaking out. Right now, so we remove the belt. We remove the money. So now what does he need him for? They're going to say legacy. Really? You'll say legacy? Well, I challenge that too. Terrence Crawford never became undisputed in his first weight class. He became undisputed in his second weight class. People talking about, oh man, Terrence Crawford, he's going to the Hall of Fame. Yes, he is. But he didn't become undisputed at 135. He could have fought the IBF champion, who was a top-ranked fighter when he was at top rank. He didn't do that. Now, he could have fought the WBO the WBO. He didn't do all that. Like he fought Ricky Burns for not the WBO, but the WBA. He fought Ricky Burns for the WBO, but he didn't unify. He didn't unify to become undisputed. So why is the criteria different for Errol Spence in his first weight class? So are we saying that Errol's not going to have no other legacy fight if Errol goes to 54? I beg to differ. Right? This is Terrence Crawford's last legacy fight because he's not. Who's he going to fight? Well, if he goes to 54, was he going to fight Charlo? Well, what if he loses to Virgil Ortiz? Right? So there's a lot of what ifs in there, right? There's things that you need. You need to breathe. Yeah, you need to do that. Yeah, you need to eat eventually. You need to drink water. Those are things you need, right? You want undisputed. I want that. Because if you needed undisputed, then every fighter in the history of boxing would have eventually been undisputed to get to the Hall of Fame. That didn't happen. There is hundreds of fighters in the Hall of Fame right now who have never been undisputed. Matter of fact, there's dozens who've never even been a champion in the Hall of Fame. So you don't need it for that. So I'm trying to figure out if Errol needs Terrence Crawford, then what does he need him for? Right? Are you going to say, oh man, this is his legacy right here. If you don't fight, it's his legacy. Well, did Lennox Lewis fight Riddick Bowe? That fight didn't happen. No, he didn't. Who is saying that Lennox Lewis's legacy? As a matter of fact, who's saying that Riddick Bowe's legacy is messed up? I don't see anybody saying Riddick Bowe's legacy is messed up. I don't see anybody saying Lennox Lewis's legacy is messed up. That fight didn't happen, but it was supposed to at that time. But mysteriously now, their legacies are both fine. They're good to go. Everything's fine. And there's a litany of fighters, that we can go through, right? But I'm trying to figure out, what does he need him for? I'll tell you, the only thing that you can say there's a need is us. Us. We need it. Errol don't need it. We need it. We need the fight to happen. We need. So if we want to talk about someone that needs something, right? And it damn sure ain't Errol Spence, because it damn sure ain't money. Both of these niggas is millionaires. EJ's making millions, Bud's making millions. So they don't need each other for money. Legacy, no. We need it. In 20 years, 30 years, if this fight doesn't happen, which I don't believe it will, but if this fight doesn't happen, who the fuck is going to be coming back saying, "Oh man, you Errol Spence, Terry Crawford didn't fight"? Nobody's going to give a fuck, because somebody else is going to be out there right now running the gauntlet. Somebody else is going to be. So they don't need him for that either. There might be a whisper. There might be a 60, 70-year-old knockout that says, "Hey man, this guy didn't fight." You know, there might be a 60, 70, 80-year-old OTB that says, "Hey man, these guys didn't fight." But the niggas that are our age at that time ain't going to give a fuck. So, excuse me, I ain't gonna cuss. So he don't need him for that either. So then my question back is, what does he need him for? You got it. Good luck.
All right, let me catch it. Let me catch these super chats real quick. Then it's on you, OTB. Shout out to my brother E White with the $5 in super chat. Says fire. Shout out to my brother Loyal to Box in chat with the $2. Says Goon is the most biased moderator in history. I gotta get Kwame somebody to debate, bro. Kwame, this is the second day in a row he came in here and shit. Kwame, salute to you. I appreciate the support, but Kwame don't be having it, bro, man. But I don't. It's on you, bro. It's on you, bro. Go ahead, cook your meal, man. Explain to us why Errol Spence does need Terrence Crawford, bro.
Let's be honest about this, and we ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. He ain't beat no damn body that got a 0 on that record. That's meaningful. That's meaningful. So if you gonna tell me that somebody dominated, but everybody that they fucking beat got a loss or then took a loss, how can we justify the credibility of your dominance? Because you making it obvious to us that if that you ain't staying around for Boots, who gonna be undefeated waiting on that ass whooping. So at that point, then now we gonna look at the justification of these resumes. You understand? And as far as you got Danny Garcia, got his ass whooped. Sean Porter, we seen him get his ass whooped. So now I beg the question. Now y'all can say what y'all want about Ndongo, but that was a unified champion. He ain't beat none of those. He ain't beating as me as far as who need each other more. One person being undisputed at one weight class, meaning the things that you done did, he's already fucking done. So he don't need you for that. If anything, you need him to accomplish that. And Errol made it clear to us that he needed him to accomplish that when he said these words. Let me take care of these straps on my side of the street first, then we'll be back over there. Now, we can say promotion and all of this shit all we want, but the fact of the matter is you set the table, you pick the meal. Don't cry about how much I eat. Shit, when I come to eat, this is all I can eat buffet. So shit, we talking about boxing here on all four corners of the ring. Nah, he don't need him. Hell nah, he don't need him. For what? For what? You need that name. Because we jumped to 154. Guess what? You ain't got no choice but to make the fight happen. Even if we got to take the raw split because it's a purse bid. But it got to happen. You got to respect the sanctioning body. So shit, as far as who need who, one, each ain't fought nobody credible. You guys had 4 losses. So shit, when we go back in the history books and we look at this shit 10 years from now, I don't know how much credibility you gonna put on a Danny Garcia who didn't beat no damn body at 147. How much credibility you gonna put on a Sean Porter win after he lost to Kell Brook? The Kell Brook win after he lost to Triple G. Y'all see a recurring trend here? Or is it just me? And then we gonna jump the fuck up when Boots look like he ready for that smoke? Come on, man. We not gonna do that. and we not gonna justify that bullshit. Not a day in the book, not a day in the month, not a day in the year. No, he don't need him. Obviously. Take off.
All right, let me catch Kelly Thompson. Kelly Thompson, with the $2 in the super chat says, y'all want to see a dead body. Appreciate the support, Kelly Thompson. All right, we got rebuttal now. Still first round rebuttal. This is where they get to listen to what each other said, and they get to offer up a rebuttal. So, BFTB, you heard what OTB had to say. Floor is yours. Rebuttal time unlimited. Go ahead and cook, bro.
Dog, I know my brother was not serious when he said what he just said. I know he wasn't just serious, dog. Homie said that Errol needs Bud because Errol hasn't fought no credible undefeated fighters. Credible undefeated fighters. Rolly Romero was undefeated when he fought Tank Davis. Y'all telling me Rolly is credible? There are several fighters who are it ain't about you being undefeated. It's about who you fought to be undefeated. It's not about who's undefeated. The last I checked, Mikey Garcia was a 3-4 division champion, undefeated. The last I checked, he was 3 or 4 division undefeated champion. You said he wasn't credible. You talked about Sean Porter as if Terrence Crawford, the best name on his resume, isn't the same Sean Porter. You say we're not going to give Sean Porter any credit. We're not going to give Sean Porter this or give Sean Porter that because Sean Porter had already lost. But Terrence Crawford fought Sean Porter after he had a loss to Errol Spence. You talk about we're not going to give Kell Brook this or Kell Brook that coming off a loss to Golovkin. But Terrence Crawford fought Kell Brook after Errol Spence broke his other eye. But see, notice you didn't bring up the credit that you was going to give Terrence Crawford because you said Errol Spence ain't fight nobody, but Terrence Crawford fought them both. Both after Errol Spence beat both of them. Yeah, Terrence Crawford was calling the fight Danny Garcia and Mikey Garcia. So when you say that he hasn't fought nobody, if they are nobody, why was Terrence Crawford trying to fight them? If they're nobody. Because he damn sure was calling for Danny Garcia at 140 and at 147. He was damn sure sending a contract to Danny Garcia. If he is nobody, what are you sending him a contract for? He's nobody. But he was damn sure sending him a contract. You're saying that this guy, Ugas, ain't nothing. He had 4 losses. Didn't Ugas beat this man? Oh, it was the amateurs, BFTB. I don't give a damn when it was. When I beat your ass, I beat your ass. Didn't Ugas, the WBA champion, call out Terrence Crawford? Didn't he call him out? Didn't Ugas call him out? And didn't Terrence Crawford never respond? Didn't he call this man out on Twitter and still told him, I beat you. I beat you in the amateurs. Fight me. Didn't he do that? The answer is yes. What was Terrence Crawford's response? Nothing. Where you at, EJ? Well, Ugas called you. The dude that you just said ain't nothing. I'm trying to figure this out. So you're saying he didn't beat no undefeated guys, right? He didn't beat no undefeated top guys. Well, who were the undefeated top guys that Terrence Crawford beat? Gamboa, a guy who moved up 2 weight classes to fight him? That Gamboa? Or are we talking about Jeff Horn? Jeff Horn, man. Jeff Horn's a good ass fighter. He beat Pacquiao. Well, so did Ugas. As a matter of fact, Ugas retired that man. Yeah, the fight with Jeff Horn is debatable. People think he lost that fight. So I'm trying to figure out, does that make Jeff Horn the goods because he beat Pacquiao in a debatable fight? I'm just asking because the last I checked, Ugas retired Pacquiao. He retired that man. Yeah, no, that's facts. Yeah, he retired that man. But I'm trying to figure out. So let me guess. Pacquiao was old. He was old. He was past it. Yeah. Well, didn't Terrence Crawford in the same year that he was old and past it, didn't Terrence Crawford in the same year say, well, I didn't sign to fight this Pacquiao because the money wasn't there? I could have swore that happened. So if Pacquiao was past it and old, what the hell was Terrence Crawford trying to fight him for if he was past it and old? I'm just asking before you try to use that because he tried to fight that man if he was past it and old. And then Ugas retired that man. Just throwing it out there. So I'm trying to figure out, like, you're saying he needs him Because he hasn't fought nobody. You brought up Indongo as if Indongo, that's the one right there. Indongo, undefeated unified champion. Well, the only reason why Indongo was undefeated and unified is because he beat the guy that Terrence Crawford ducked, Edward Troyanowski. Facts. Edward Troyanowski was trying to fight this man. An undefeated fighter was trying to fight this man. For what? 1.5 years? Calling this man out anytime they put a mic in his face. Let me guess. It was the side of the streets on why it didn't happen. I'm just guessing. I'm just going to throw it out there. It was the side of the streets. The side of the streets, they existed then. The side of the streets existed when this man refused to fight undefeated IBF champion Edward Troyanowski. I'm guessing that's the case, though. But he can fight Indongo, though. The guy that went to Russia to fight Edward Troyanowski and came back. He can fight him, that undefeated guy. But he wouldn't fight Edward Troyanowski. Nobody knew who the hell Indongo was. Nobody. He beat Ricky Burns, a guy that Terrence Crawford already beat. Facts. That's how he got his first belt. Facts. And then he fought a guy that Terrence Crawford ducked. Facts. And still hasn't fought this man to this day. Yeah, that guy. Edward Troyanowski. That guy. Yeah, that guy. That is the only reason why he fought Indongo. But let me guess. Troyanowski was on the wrong side of the street. Bro, you can't mess with me, homie. But try. You got it.
So, first of all, you start off with Rolly fucking Romero to start the point. And come on, man, Rolly got a fucking title fight in, what was that, his 12th fight? He is in an interim title fight? 12 fight? 13th for 14th fight. Within 14 fights, Rolly got a fucking interim title fight. Like, come on, man. No, that's not going to get it there. That's not going to get it there with me. Second off, you use Joe Horn, who EJ wanted to fight. You talk about the Troyanowski shit, but at the time, who was EJ fighting? Ocampo or Bundu? So I ain't hearing that shit, man. Both of them had Ocampo was undefeated, but shit. Come on, man. Who the fuck was an Ocampo? Now we gonna credit an Ocampo win more than we credit a unified champion win? Like shit. And then you talk that shit about Gamboa, like goddamn it, Gamboa wasn't established. Like Gamboa wasn't a silver medalist. Like Gamboa wasn't goddamn it unified at his previous division. And then we gonna talk about the success that Gamboa had in that fight. I'm not hearing that, BF. No, none of that. None of that. None of that. I'm not hearing it. I'm not hearing it. When it comes to that, I'm gonna stay on my point. Hell nah, he don't need him. Because you still don't have that fight that's credible. You talk about Danny Garcia being the 4-division champion, but he wasn't undefeated. But he wasn't goddamn it undefeated at 147. So when we talk about Danny Garcia and his establishments at 140, then we got to talk about what he did at 140. But when we talk about what he did at 147, it was lose to every big fight, lose every big fight that he fucking had. So nah, that shit don't mean nothing. When we could go back and look at that, Sean Porter. You're not going to take away the fact that Sean Porter had already lost. Can't discredit the fact that Kell Brook had already lost. So the facts of the matter are, when you look at these two fighters and you look at the fighters that they fought, shit, and you look at the resumes and the accomplishments of the fighters in that weight division, shit, Terrence don't need him. Terrence, when they sit down at that table and have that conversation, that's not a situation that Terrence losing in no way. And then you factor in the fact that you talk about Pacquiao and shit, y'all wanted to fight Pacquiao too. But why didn't you? The same reason, goddammit, Sugar Ray ain't fight Aaron the Hawk Pryor. Torn retina shit. The same reason Abner Mares ain't fight Gervonta Tank Davis. Y'all see what's going on with these torn retinas and shit? Take off. Next question.
All right, that's the end. That's the end of round number 1. I'm about to get the poll up. I had to restart my computer, y'all. It started hating on me, so y'all give me a second. But before we go to the, since we have time, before we go to the fans vote, the audience vote, while I'm getting my computer back up and running, it just loaded back up, so I'll be back on the laptop in a second. But while we waiting on that, Goon, let everybody know who you voted for, who you felt like won this first round. Give us your reasons why, and by the time you get done cooking on that, I'll probably be logged back in because it's loading up pretty quickly. So go ahead and let everybody know who you voting for to win that round and why you voting for them.
All right. I'm gonna get that round to BF only because OTB, you came out with the comment that Dog ain't fought any undefeated fighters. So, like, it was like it was a close battle, but because of that fact check, I had to go in the other direction, if that makes sense.
I said he ain't fought no credible undefeated fighters. And when you go back in history and you look at the records of the fighters, that's what a lot of people gonna do. This is how we gonna report the sport.
Okay.
You just won't be. Ain't no.
I got what you were saying though. Yeah, I got what both of y'all were saying, but it was close, and I only gave him the edge on that just because it's like I felt on that comment that was right there. When after I thought about it,
ass up. Talk your shit, nigga.
Oh, I couldn't hear what you said.
Talk your shit, nigga.
But no,
I'm talking to BF. Talk your shit, nigga.
But I mean, it was close. So that's why I gave BF the first round.
My homie, I fuck with you heavy, Goon. I fuck with you. I fuck with you, and I know you rock with Bud heavy, dog. I know you do. But my homie said that was close. I want y'all guys to understand something. My nigga Goon might as well be part of Terrence Bud Crawford family. Like, he rock with him that heavy. And for this man to say that fight was close, this was close. Just understand, for him to say it was close, if he was straight neutral, what he would be saying is that was the worst ass whooping he saw.
Man, but BF just tried to catch the belt. Y'all remember what happened to y'all when y'all tried to catch the belt?
Okay. But because my nigga, my homie, my brother Goon rocks with Bud as hard as he does, that saying that was some of the most painful shit I've ever saw him say. They was so painful.
Dog, for real, dog. Hey, look. I fuck with y'all because I like to give it back to y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more EJ fans. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like sometimes I don't really get the other side any credit. So I'll be really on y'all last.
Ain't nobody hearing that shit, man.
Mic check.
I'll be really on their ass.
All right, can y'all hear me? Am I good? Hey, can y'all hear me? Am I good?
Ain't no way in hell.
Hold on. I'm trying to get right, bro. My shit was tripping. All right, shout out to Loyal to the Game Boxing Talk with the $2 in super chat says Ndungo BFTB finish him flawless victory. I think I caught that already. Let me go to my live comments because we had some people in there. Then I'll get the poll up for y'all. Started the second round to be smoother, y'all. I don't know what the hell happened to my damn laptop. Give me 1 second. We got Kelly Thompson in that super chat. Kelly Thompson with the $2 says shout out to both brothers standing 10 toes. Yeah, that's a fact. And then I saw the $5 from my brother. Let me go try to catch it. Give me 1 second. I saw it come in. There was another $2 from Lower to the Game. Says most biased moderators. We told y'all. Shout out to him. I'm trying to find. I saw your $5 super chat, bro, and I had it up on the screen. I'm gonna find it. I want to give you credit, man. Want to give you credit for sure. Oh, there it is. Right. No, that's Kwame's with the $5 in super chat. Says BFTB got this man boxing brain scrambled. Get this man an EpiPen and some Ritalin. All right. What else we got? Bro, it was another one that I missed, and I just had it on the screen, bro. To whoever that brother was, man, I apologize. I can't. It won't let me go up no more, man. It won't let me go up no more. Let me get the poll in the chat real quick for y'all, and then I'm gonna give y'all my vote when I do that. Give me 1 second. Let me get this in here for y'all, so y'all can vote who y'all feel like won the first round. Unpin that. They want me to go to my YouTube on here. Y'all can talk y'all shit. OTB, man, how you feeling? That first
My
round.
voice was cracking.
I mean,
Goddamn
I mean,
it! I seen the
let me
police.
make sure,
It was some
bro.
police sirens.
Let me make sure again, bro. I want everybody to understand. OTB is my brother, bro. I'm a killing tonight, but this is my brother. Like, and if I see you dudes in the comments, I see you. Like, if you think that you could do better than my nigga OTB, then why aren't you here? Because my brother OTB, he knew what was going to happen to him, but he the only one stepping up to the plate, bro. I issued the challenge a long time ago. Did I not knock out? You saw the video. I issued the challenge a long time ago. Shout out to my brother OTB. You're gonna die tonight, but you the only king that stepped up. Nobody stepped up. Did nobody want this work? So I respect my brother, bro. I respect OTB. I respect the man 1,000%, bro. Respect him 1,000%. And I rock with him.
All right, there we go. It's up there. And shout out to R&R Sports Nation. I saw your super chat, bro. I don't know what happened, but shout out to you. Thanks for supporting the channel. He says, why didn't Bud collect belts? He could at least have 2, and Earl would have 2. Laugh out loud. We don't need no help. We don't need no help from nobody.
Yeah, gotta say that. Don't nobody need no help, man. And as much as that's the big homie, and all of y'all was scared to come get that work, you know what I mean? Don't get it twisted, man. Don't get it twisted. Real shit. We walking through the graveyard tonight. Know that. We walking through the so y'all can see, y'all can call that first one how y'all want it. You did, but now I know.
Hey, shout out to C Money. Shout out to C Money Bed-Stuy with the $2.
None of y'all say shit.
Hold up, OTB. Hold up, bro. Hold up, OTB. Shout out to the C Money Bed-Stuy with the $2. Says fire knockout BFTB the graveyard. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. We're trying to give y'all great content. And shout out to Ricky Williams Boxing. TWT with the $5 super chat said y'all out here like Bud was in the alternate universe fighting Brooke and Porter the same time EJ fought him to defend this man dick riding. Damn. And let me see what the poll looking like. We got 170 votes, 91% in favor of BFTB, 9% in favor of OTB. I'm gonna go ahead and close it right there. I don't think that's something that we'll be able to come back from. So I'm gonna end the poll. I'm still gonna give y'all my thoughts because I took a lot of notes. So BFTB came out and gave us like the historical context when he brought up Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis and how nobody talks about how their legacy is tarnished. Like Lennox Lewis is still seen in a positive light. I like that part of it. OTB came out firing with how Errol Spence didn't beat any credible undefeated fighters. He brought up Ugas. He brought up Sean Porter and Danny Garcia talking about how they weren't as good as alluding to they weren't as good as some of the fighters that Bud had beat. And so then BFTB doing his rebuttal round, he brought up the Mikey Garcia rebuttal, which I thought was a very smart play because Mikey Garcia was undefeated multiple champion. And then he also used the Ugas point that OTB threw at him. He used it back at OTB, asking why was Crawford trying to fight the same fighter? So why was Crawford trying to fight Danny Garcia? If they ain't shit, why was Crawford trying to fight Yordenis Ugas? You know what I'm saying? And then